Yo, 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 yo. He is back. That like button. Hit the like button. Cash app. We gotta discuss Breakfast Club, Charlemagne the God, man. Appreciate Nikki for the $5 cash app. Yo, so what that boy name is Dame Dash on the Breakfast Club today, y'all. And more than likely they're gonna copyright this video, so this video is gonna be unmonetized. What's up, JB? Breakfast Club copyrights every motherfucking thing. So, well, we gotta go through this interview. We is back. Got JB in the building. Yeah, we gotta go through this interview because I think Dame. Yeah, I don't know why Dame Dash get so much hate from black people. Yo, like it's strange, man. Yo, you go to his comments. Yo, Dame Dash gets a lot of hate from black people. I don't know why. I think Dame Dash always spoke up for black community. I think you need Dame Dashes. You know what I mean? You need people, yo, that's not willing to fold, that's not willing to bend, that's willing to stand on their belief. You need them people. It ain't too many people in the hip hop industry that's doing that. For real. There isn't too many people in the hip hop industry that's willing to stand 10 toes for what they believe. You would have thought, yo, that everybody be backing Dame Dash. Man, Diddy. And I think it needed to happen. Charlemagne was upset. He didn't show that. You know, he tried his best not to show it, but Charlemagne was very upset at how Dame Dash came at him. And I liked it. I liked it. I think that was a good thing to do. Cause a lot of the things that's being pushed over there, with these by Charlemagne, it is hazardous. It is dangerous. You know, it's not a good representation of a black man. And that's what Dame Dash was telling him. So, let's go through this interview. We probably cover some more things depending on how long we live. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit the cash app. See, YouTube don't want me in this algorithm. You see how earlier, you know, when I was talking about the other situation, they was sending me everybody in the world. But for some reason, they want to keep me out of this conversation. You know what I mean? What's up, Art? They want to keep me out of this conversation. It's cool, though. So let's go back to this interview. There's crazy numbers.
Like it, okay. It's never been easier to start a podcast than with Riverside.
How you? We probably got like over 100,000 views off of that in 2 days, 3 days. But when I talk about these issues, they don't give me the same love.
Works. First, go to riverside.fm and open an account.
I can't complain.
And then you'll be able to
Yo, cause alright, so Charlemagne, they tried to present Charlemagne like he's a voice of the community. But Charlemagne is a sellout. You understand what I'm saying? Yo, most of these people that take money from these corporations are sold out. We witnessing it because yo, once you take a certain amount of money from these people, you can no longer be who you are. You gotta be who they want you to be. That was the issue with Charlie Kirk. We talked about that last couple of days. They tried to pay him to be somebody opposite of who he was. And everybody gets to a turning point. Well, most people, a lot of these, I'm gonna say everybody. Everybody gets to a turning point where you gotta question your morality over money, or money over morality. Now, some people will choose to chase the money. Let me show you an example. Before we get to him, let me show you an example of what I'm talking about. Ray J, prime example. Motherfucking Ray J. We just watched Ray J do a whole interview on what was that, Cam Newton podcast, where he discussed selling out. Yeah, we gotta talk about that camera and shit too. Where he discussed selling out. And he said it was some evil, sick people that's offering him a lot of money to crash. Now, mind you, this crash out that Ray J has been doing is affected, from his words, it's affecting him and his family. But he don't care. I guess the money is more important. So look at this, y'all. Ray J is a 40-something. I think Ray J older than me. He's on the string with all these kids, right? All these young boys. Ain't none of them over 25. He 40 plus. Mind you. No, I ain't see that. Mind you, he said he wanted to take a shower with what's it called? Let me see if I say that before we get to that. He said he wanted to take a shower with one of them boys. After he jumped in the shower with Kai Sinat. Fuck that boy name is? I Show Speed. Here you go right here.
What you mean?
You know you did the shower stream with Kai.
Tried to get in the shower with Kai.
You want to get in the shower with me? Bro, you got in the shower with Kai. I was trying to double up.
No. Hell nah. Nah, what you mean? Nah, shower, no. What?
I'm a fan, Speed. I'm a fan of what y'all did.
No, me and Kai never took a shower together.
Some quick shit though, on some quick shit, 2-3 minutes quick shit.
Look at these niggas. Now, y'all know I've been calling Shorty out. He was one of the originators that I seen of the 20v1 challenges and the bullshit that they was pushing over there. Now he's on the string with I Show Speed. Like, people are being paid for fuckery, yo. And when you go outside the lines of fuckery, you then become a problem. When you merge into truth and separate from clownery and buffoonery, you're an issue now, man. Just like that with everybody, as we can see, from the recent passing of Charlie Kirk. It's like that with everybody. This man is 40 plus. How old is Ray J? He old enough to be their father, yo. How old is Ray J? 44 years old. Ray J is 4 years older than me, man. What is he doing? Look at this nigga, man. He's selling out.
Right.
Remember y'all did the shower stream.
You trying to do a shower subathon type shit.
Yeah, you and Kai was in the shower.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Think about it, Steve.
All right.
Steve, think about it, my nigga.
Okay.
I bet, bro.
All right.
Just wait, I'm trying to do the shower.
Just told him think about it. Now look at this. Like he been doing goofy shit for the past ever since that interview.
Huh? What's up?
So now he's up here with the kids, acting like they in the bed sleep or whatever they doing. He's acting like he got a hard on, y'all. Like, yo, you couldn't pay me to do this. You couldn't pay me, yo, to make to look like a buffoon, to make a mockery out of myself or my people. There's no amount of money that I take to do this shit. But this explains why they only pay certain people, why they pay certain people, why they elevate certain people, why suppressing others.
Just gotta walk it off, you know what I'm saying? That's all. Let's get this music started. Ray J, what the fuck you doing?
I'm walking it off.
Huh? What's up?
We're here in a room full of kids, young men. He a grown ass man in a room full of young men, acting like he got a hard on, y'all. Like, what type of shit is that, my nigga? I mean, y'all. What type of shit is that? Pure clownery. Now let's get to Dame Dash, cause this is, I've been calling him out for a while too for the fuckery he did.
That's her. That's the little white lady.
That's like her.
I will not call you that, but
Yeah, like you.
Yo, let me know.
Remember, he said that.
Are we clear? Yo, if we ever get unclear, yo, please let me know, yo. Do not allow us to be streaming and we not clear.
That's
that was that. That's what hit the
everybody
little.
picked it up.
I said it because that's what she reminds me
Hit the
of.
like button.
Oh, yeah, got you. That's her right there.
2800.
Yeah, I got a record with her. She's good.
She reminds you of a little white lesbian.
No, she is a white lesbian.
Let's fast forward.
If I want you to notice every beginning career.
You know, press for time over here.
Point, and I'll do this. Give you the same respect.
Mm-hmm.
So let's do this. I'd like you to every single thing that you've been saying when I'm not here and question you've had now that I'm here. I'd like you to ask me. You too, because I saw all the stuff y'all said.
Mm-hmm.
I posted it.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I'm like, when I see them, we'll talk about it. So what were your questions? You were saying something.
My
Now
first
look.
question was about
Now let me say this, y'all. They's running this narrative that Dame Dash is broke. Now we know Dame Dash. Dame Dash had a hell of a run in the entertainment industry, hell of a run with Rockefeller. They put countless people on. But Dame Dash is very, very vocal. He ain't standing for fuckboy shit. You know what I mean? And I don't blame him because I wouldn't either. That's why I always fuck with Dame Dash. So, for months, the Breakfast Club been pushing this narrative that Dame Dash is broke. Almost like mocking him. Like it's funny. You understand? Now, I don't think anything's funny about anything that Dame Dash is going through. You know, especially when you see who's spearheading it. You know, who is the culprits behind the so-called father Dame Dash. Now, I don't think Dame Dash is broke. What's up, Nikki? Hey, Nikki, appreciate the $5 cash app. I don't think Dame Dash is broke. I think Dame Dash is very smart. He's doing things in a way that a lot of people don't understand. And he tries to explain this to these people. And they continue joking. He gets upset.
What about it?
Did you own Paid in Full? Like, how did 50 Cent acquire ownership of Paid in Full?
Let me ask you a question. Let's put this in.
That's not how this works, Dan. No.
I'm sorry.
I asked the question.
You just cut me off. Right? Now I want you to notice every time you do this.
Okay.
And they would say I'm bugging if I yelled, but please let me complete my sentence. And please don't tell me how we do things. That's going to be a trigger.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, I'm just talking normally. Do you remember when 50 Cent was supposed to be putting out a documentary about Puff on Netflix?
Yes.
Where is it?
I think it's still happening.
Yeah, right. He's capping. So I talk a different language than most people. I'm a boss. So, number one, there is no rights to be bought. So I knew he was trolling.
Come on, y'all. This shit too
And
light.
you got to remember,
Let me turn the color down, son. I mean the light. All right.
tried to have my son come on. Well, let me ask you this: do you think messing with people's children is all right? Can you answer that question?
No,
See, that's not fair.
No, because you didn't answer the original
I
question.
did answer it. I just told you. He's capping.
So he didn't get the rights to.
How would I, if you? That's the thing is, you know what the problem is.
The problem is how
you cut me off again.
Things. I'm asking you a question for you to
cut
answer.
me off again. See this?
No.
Let's take a commercial break.
Come on, man.
Keep cutting me. You don't think that's problematic that you keep cutting people off and I'm
Yeah, but why do Dame get so much hate? Like, yo, this crazy that Dame gets. Dame is one of the biggest spokesmen, has been one of the biggest spokesmen for black people in the entertainment industry since he been around. Like, yo, Dame should get nothing but praise, man. Now, I ain't saying he did everything right. You understand? I'm sure he made some mistakes. I'm sure he pissed people off. Yo, but I ain't never see him demonize his own people. I never seen it.
Really trying to tell me how to answer? And you expect me not
No,
to
I
be
just want you to
triggered?
answer.
Are you trying to trigger me?
No, I just want you to answer.
Okay. So then let me. Yeah, how can I answer? You keep cutting me off.
Okay.
I told you he doesn't have the rights. No one has the rights. What are you going to buy the rights for? I wasn't planning on making paid in full about those people. Again, I was making my paid in full. And, you know, you don't have to buy the rights. I was actually there. So, 50 trolls. And I was saying, and I felt like you were interrupting me, and I'd like you to answer my question now. Do you feel like I've answered yours?
Yes.
Do you think it's all right to bring people's children involved?
No.
Did you know that Cam called my son and tried to give him money?
I heard you say that.
You think that's okay?
I need to know what he gave him, tried to give him
It
money
doesn't
for.
matter.
Like, the whole interview, it's like they're trying to slander the man. Like, this is not an interview on good faith. This is not a good faith interview. They brought this man to this platform to try to demonize him, criticize him, discredit him. Like, come on, Charlamagne. You know good goddamn well Dame and Cam been going back and forth, and Cam was out of line for offering Dame's son money for a fucking interview. Don't act stupid, y'all. You know what I mean? He's over here playing stupid.
He's my... Okay. Do you think that's
You might have been
okay?
offering him a job. I don't know.
I've heard your answer. Do you think it's okay?
I don't know their relationship.
Look,
Like y'all from the same place.
I got it.
Like you
They
might
both
look at
playing
Kansas, I
Steve.
don't know the relationship.
Duly
If there
noted.
is no relationship,
Duly noted.
then I get it. I understand.
We're
You
different.
understand what I'm saying?
I got you. We're
Like if
different.
Charlamagne calls my son and says, "Yo, Logan, here's something."
While
with family,
y'all beefing,
I wouldn't have a problem.
you know that sounds
Yeah,
like
well.
bullshit.
No, it's not.
It does because you know, and you have emotional intelligence.
Absolutely.
You're up here. And let me just say one more. Okay, let me finish that.
Yeah.
You should know that if someone's beefing with someone, you don't tell their kids, and you don't get with that person's children, and you know better than that. So don't act stupid.
If y'all are beefing, then that's something different. If
Are
y'all
y'all,
are not
Are
beefing,
y'all really beefing? No, would you call it beef? You said it's not beef.
it is.
Well,
So that's your brother.
it's not. I'm not going to get violent. It's definitely like him coming.
More stupidity. Come on, y'all. You know that. You know he ain't talk about killing him when he see him. But there's a active dispute. You know what I mean? They're not on good terms right now. Cameron was out of line for doing that. And it was intentionally out of line. Cameron been coming off like a real clown lately. You know, I think he tried to redeem himself with that Adrian Broner situation. I ain't glazing up being real, Jeffrey. If you had a public dispute with somebody, and they reached out to your son or your child to do an interview, how would you view that person? Is that fair game? We two grown men. We having a dispute. Why the fuck would you reach out to my child? He was out of line. That was sucker shit. There's no way you can explain it to make it sound real or honorable. It was sucker shit. And they know this. But since their job right now, it seems to be to demonize Dame Dash and discredit him, that they playing stupid.
Pause against me is almost like Fredo going against Michael Corleone. You understand what I'm saying? Do you watch The Godfather? What's your favorite movie?
Depends.
Okay.
My favorite movie, Goodfellas.
I just said, okay, mine too. So you know the rules.
right?
My favorite movie of all time is The Godfather. I studied it. I read the book. It burnt me out. Remember Godfather 2 when he pretended to be weak? Then he took out the 5 families? And then his brother Fredo betrayed him? See, betrayal is something that happens over and over again. can never expect not to get betrayed by your brother. That you remember last time I was here, I said you don't mess with. I know that's why I don't be around men. So we all know they betrayed Jesus. I said this.
You walked in with a man.
Can I finish? Please.
There you go, playing dumb again.
Don't you do the therapy thing?
Yeah, but you.
I want you to ask your therapist, do you interrupt people and how problematic that is?
Hit that like
You
button, y'all.
said you don't be around men.
Stop cutting them off.
See, there's the emotional intelligence. Now you're going to go in on
Go
my
ahead,
words.
Dave,
That's
continue on,
dumb. Come on, man. Let's move forward. Let's move with F1
Continue on,
speed.
Dave.
Don't pretend to be foolish. You know you're talking to a smart man. You know, you made me forget what I was going to say. See?
You're talking about the movie about...
No, that ain't mean broke.
Oh, Godfather.
Correct.
So do you remember he pretended to be weak? His crew was like, yo, why you letting him push and muscle us? And then all of a sudden, he hit the 5 families in one day, waited for his mother to die, asked his little brother to come to the lake house and popped him. I watched that movie. I like the way the Godfather moves. So just keep that in mind. Next question.
I do have a question.
Well, yeah, because you were saying, why don't you address the things you're asking?
We're gonna get into that.
Couple of people.
First question I have is we know Dame Dash, businessman, entrepreneur, right?
Chairman.
Worth close to 100 million at one time.
Never.
50 million, it says on
Never.
online. 30 million?
I never had that much money.
Cash
to look at
that,
in
brothers
my
and
life.
sisters.
They said that the net worth was...
Nah,
about
man,
30,
what it
50
is.
million.
This is the thing. You guys believe the internet. You guys are adults that believe what you read and hear in the newspaper, and y'all talk the most shit. So you guys are talking about things with no research. That's not fair.
It's not.
See, the problem is, and this is actually, I want to keep it on you.
So my question, could you cut me off?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So my question
You
is...
cut him off too, Dave.
I said sorry.
He did
So
say sorry.
That's called. That's called.
You've been in therapy. You said sorry.
I always say sorry.
He said sorry.
I just
No,
don't. You haven't been here.
No, I haven't.
The thing is, he'll be cutting me off, and then I'll get triggered. I watch, and I was like, oh, because he cuts me off. That's what makes me.
So my question, as a
Yeah, ask the
businessman,
question.
entrepreneur, chairman,
Yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
Boss.
Yeah.
You go from having a huge value to being in the negative. How does that happen from being a boss? Explain it down. Break that down for people that follow you, they aspire to be you.
I'm gonna tell you.
They treating this man. They treating this man like he was a millionaire that turned dope fame. You see how he formulated that question? That's something you say to a fan outside that was getting money. You know he was getting money. You like, damn, bro. Yo, when I was growing up, yo, you had all the cars, all the girls. Yo, what happened? Like, yo, this not that type of situation, man. You feel me? Like, Dame might ain't had the money. He might don't got the money he had. Yo, but I'm pretty sure Dame is far from broke. Far from broke.
So the reason why I filed was because I've had $20 million of taxes. First off, do you know anybody that paid $25 million of taxes in your life? Name one person you know.
But you consider falling
okay,
off.
so why would I be the first? Nobody does that. That's what chapter.
I don't think he fell off. I
Silly,
think.
man.
Oh,
No,
shit,
you're teaching
I
the kids
fucked
wrong.
it up.
I've been trying to buy Revolt.
Been in therapy. You said sorry.
I
don't think he fell off. I think he got kicked out the industry for being too vocal. That's different. I think he's still good. He still got businesses. He's still moving. Yeah, he did. He dragged the shit out of that girl Juju. Cause I don't fuck with Charlamagne. I don't like what he stand for. I think he's not who he portrays himself to be. You know, he probably blackballs people. But he paints himself, or at least the narrative being painted around Charlamagne is like similar to the narrative being painted about Wallow. Like, these are the spokesmen for black people. These are the guys you gotta go to. But I'm gonna tell you, and just like the Charlie Kirk situation, when these people are fully invested in you, you can no longer be the spokesman for any motherfucking thing. You understand what I'm saying? When they are fully dollars into you, whoever it is, you can no longer be the spokesman for anything that's opposite of what they want you to push. So I don't buy him. I think he's nonsense. I think he's a fuckboy, to be honest, for lack of better words.
I just don't. You haven't been here.
No, I haven't.
The thing is, he'll be cutting me off, and then I'll get triggered. I watch, and I was like, off. That's what makes me.
So my question, as a
Yeah, ask the
businessman,
question.
entrepreneur, chairman,
Yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
Boss.
Yeah.
You go from having a huge value to being in the negative. How does that happen from being a boss? Explain it down. Break that down for people that follow you, they aspire to be you.
I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, but Wallow
Please.
sold out too.
So the reason why I filed was because I've had $20 million
sold out
in
too.
taxes. First off, do you know anybody that paid $25 million in taxes in your life? Name one person you know.
I don't.
Okay, so why would I be the first? Nobody does that. That's what chapter is for. The problem with filing is black people don't file because they don't understand it. And that's why when you guys talk about things, I wish you'd really do your research. ChatGPT does exist. So if you really wanted to know how 50 bought it, ask ChatGPT. How could he have bought it? Who could he have bought it from? Did you hear an announcement in Deadline? Do you even read Deadline?
Yeah.
So then if it wasn't in
I
Deadline...
did Deadline several times.
You interrupted me. If you went to... If
Yeah, that was crazy.
if you read Deadline, if you know about Deadline, why wasn't there an announcement in any trade magazine? If there's not an announcement in the Wall Street Journal, the New York Times, or whatever trade, WWD, you can't believe it.
Why though? Because most of the time
You didn't answer my question. Ask the question. I wanted to know how he got to a particular way you were in the negative. That was the question.
I'm gonna tell you.
Mhm.
So again, number one, most companies aren't owned like rich people or rich families. They don't put anything in their name. They build their family office. So I filed because again I've had $20 million dirty of taxes, but they don't bother me because in order to have $30 million means you made a lot. So in order to pay it back, I can't get a job to pay it back. I got to keep investing until I can pay it back. Nothing could be in my name. They put liens on all my accounts years ago. So that's why when they said there's nothing in your account, I don't have an account. How could I open one? They liened it. So I've been building my family office.
So a family office is a private wealth management firm that provides comprehensive financial and lifestyle services for an ultra-high net worth individual or family. These services extend beyond simple investment management to include estate planning, tax, and philanthropic services, family governance, and even personal assistance like travel and property management. Family office can be a single family office, a SFO, serving just one wealthy family, or a multi-family office, a MFO, serving multiple unrelated families. So that's what a family office is, y'all. That sounds like a good idea to me.
So you have no assets. I have no assets.
So, Trav,
but my family, that's all I care about. You know what I'm saying? So I filed because you know that guy Chris Brown has been suing me. And I was going to make a bunch of very major family...
People listen, he's not talking about the artist and the singer Chris Brown.
Right.
Most people will think that. But
And I didn't mind you interrupting me to do that.
I apologize. I wanted to clear things up.
I appreciate that. So every time I was launching something with my family office, he sent a letter saying that, you know, I'd owe the money, but it was my family office, but it muddies the waters. So if you have a contract, especially working here, and somebody sent a bum letter, as soon as it's a lawyer, it shuts down. It muddies the waters. And I was about to make some major announcements. You want to hear one?
Sure.
I'm now the chairman of Revolt right now, and I also I have 15.
You don't deserve to be the chairman.
I got you. So I'm now the chairman of Revolt.
Yo, come on, y'all. Like, what is this, y'all? Yo, like, yo, he was out of line. It was telling the man he didn't deserve to be the chairman. God damn, Charlamagne. It's like they trying to ruin his opportunity. They trying to keep him broke.
With a pathway.
Man, you already know.
Trigger me, and I want you to acknowledge that. So
And make sure y'all
now
support the platform, yo, because this video right here ain't gonna be monetized at all. They're gonna copyright it.
Am's boss, the chairman of Revolt with a pathway to acquisition. I've been trying to buy
Now,
Revolt.
how do we know this not cap? We ain't see this on Deadline.
Can you stop interrupting me, please? So Deadline didn't make the announcement for
Yeah, I was on live.
this particular situation. They didn't want to. I had an announcement I was going to make with BT, but Paramount stepped in and they said do it later. And they didn't want to be a part of this mess. But it will be in something. You know, this gets played tomorrow, so the announcement will be in the trades tomorrow. So I've been trying to buy Revolt, and I also just did a 25 episode deal for my podcast for Bosses Take Losses, and I'm putting all my content on Revolt.
Dope.
Yes, you know, so that I can see how to monetize. I have to put together a certain kind of a plan for acquisition. So in the next 30 days, I'm gonna just be a real chairman and play all these movies.
Look.
And then I'm going to.
So look, let me show y'all let me show y'all what's going on now. You heard what he just said. In the next 30 days, he's going to be a real chairman. So after this interview, they have been continuing the slander of Dame Dash. Hold on. Fuck that, who posted that shit? Look. Lauren LaRosa out of line for this. I just spoke to a lead publicist at Revolt who confirms to me Dame Dash is not the chairman of the network. Like, yo, come on now. Come on now, shorty. Hold on now. Let's go to Dame Dash page. Vibe magazine. Dame Dash is named Revolt TV chairman, unveils my paid in full dossier trailer. Dash will remain chairman for 1 month, effective immediately. Like, they trying to paint this man out to be a fucking liar. So this must be somebody that work at Revolt. Had to bring receipts. Gave me a call. I would have never took the deal if it wasn't a pathway to ownership. Is there a pathway to ownership? Yes. And I'm with these folks. All right, let's get back to the interview. Who Dame Dash been slandering for years? Kema? Who Dame Dash been slandering for years? I don't think that. Who he been slandering for years? You know, slander is not truth. Slander is typically lies, man. What's up, G, man? Who has Dame Dash been lying on for years? You think he lied on Jay-Z? Because I don't. I don't think he lied on Jay-Z. Who he been slandering? Yeah, because I don't know anybody who he slandered for years. I think Dame Dash been the spokesman for the black community in hip hop for 30 years, however long he been in hip hop. A needed voice. That's why they forced him out. Yo, they don't want you to be too vocal. That's why they only pay yes men. You understand what I'm saying? They only pay yes men because they'll never let me be around. You feel? Because there's certain things I ain't going for. I don't give a fuck what you talking, how much money you got. Right is right and wrong is wrong. You know, and I think Dame Dash adopts that same type of principles. Like, you're not ready to just tell me anything. You're not gonna piss on my leg and tell me it's raining. When I see you just pissed on my leg, I'm not ready to let you fuck me over just because your net worth is higher than mine. No, hell no. I'm gonna say something every time.
And then I'm going to, hopefully I'll stay the chairman, but I gotta go make movies.
Somebody would say how? How would you buy Revolt?
Why wouldn't you say congratulations?
You did say congratulations.
Oh, you don't seem excited.
No, congratulations.
You have to understand something.
I'm waiting for it to come out of the deadline.
Let me finish.
I'll really be like, yo, I reposted.
Right.
But somebody would say, well,
now you're going to be Mr. Research, but you asking me why 50 Cent, but you guys got fooled. Wait, let me finish. Really quick. I'm announcing it the day before it's announced. Mm-hmm. Remember that. Right. So I wasn't going to announce it and then say it here. I wouldn't have to, you know what I mean? So I did it and I timed it where it would come out when this comes out. So tomorrow there'll be an announcement. Mm-hmm. Also, I'm putting, because I've already made my paid in full. I've made that already. Mm-hmm. It's already trademarked. You don't have to clear the rights because we lived it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that movie's going to come out. That TV show's going to, I'm going to start with the docuseries. You want to see the trailer? Of course. Because I've already made it. It's done. Mm-hmm. But just back to what you're saying about money. Do y'all really think anybody... Oh, shit. I'm a rookie. Do you think anybody actually uses their own money when they acquire something? Do you think that?
Sometimes.
That's ridiculous.
Sometimes people do.
Yo, I feel sorry for you, bro.
No, sometimes people do.
But you told us that. You said,
no, I didn't.
You said if you don't put up your own money, if you don't put up your own money, you're not the boss.
And that's why I'm trying to tell you, nobody's a boss. I put up my own money. So let me ask you this. I think you guys have to get up. We'll do that again. Let me ask a quick question. If somebody gets a loan for $180 million, are they rich or broke?
No, they're not rich. They're
So,
still responsible for
it's
that
a loan.
It's a loan.
So you don't think, so if the billionaire that you think, every billionaire you know, so if they have a loan for $100 million, a loan, and I have no debt, who got more money?
What happened? Say it again now.
If someone gives someone a loan for
Okay.
180 million,
Yes.
and I have no debt, who's worth more?
The billionaire. He's still a billionaire,
Who
regardless
has-
of loan or not.
You really think so?
A billionaire.
So someone that,
compared to
okay,
you.
let's do it again.
I'm trying to
Okay.
say you because you have no debt.
Let me
you
make it a
fine.
little
he's a
more simple.
billionaire.
Hold on, let me make it a little more simple.
Okay.
Do you consider somebody rich if they have a $180 million loan?
Depends on how much money they bring and how much profit they bring in. If a billionaire has a $180 million loan,
No, yeah.
they're still a billionaire.
yeah.
Not if they owe, no,
you
they're
don't-
not.
you
How
don't-
do you, wait, have you ever been a billionaire?
I've never.
So
been
how
a
would you know?
Well, why
Because
not?
Why are you asking people that ain't never been billionaires? But my
No,
point
no,
is-
no, I want to know what your perspective
But
was
here's
on a
my
loan.
perspective. If
Wait,
somebody-
wait. You don't understand the question.
I do understand the question now.
So answer it.
If
If
somebody
you-
gave me
Yeah, I don't know,
$180
D.
million
That's why
Hold
we
them
here, y'all.
180.
I don't like what they doing to Dame Dash. I think this whole interview was about discrediting. Like, they didn't do this interview on good faith. Like, they should have done this interview trying to clear Dame Dash of all the nonsense that's been circling around his name. It looked like this interview was done to try to reinforce the bullshit. And these are all black people. You know what I mean? If you notice, Justin Lyons ain't say nothing down there the whole interview. If y'all watched this interview already, yo, she didn't say damn near nothing the whole interview. She's saying it was bullshit. She probably ain't like it either.
You got to work it. You know, a lot of people look good spending.
that's why
Wait, stop.
But that's why it's a loan.
A lot of
But I'm not in debt until I
stop.
can't pay it
You-
back.
No, you
I'm
aren't.
not broke until I can't pay it
So you
back.
never sold drugs, have you?
Yeah, I did.
So when somebody, what?
Quarter
Quarter spoon? What is that? Nobody says quarter spoon. You
It
didn't
was
sell
7
shit.
grams.
Stop
Exactly.
lying. You're talking to ex-drug. You already said quarter spoon.
I sold quarter spoon. I didn't say I was a kingpin.
You weren't a king nothing. You was a pigpen.
I don't
Let me
care.
ask you a question.
That's not an honorable profession.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying the reason why you don't understand something. The minute I give you a loan, you owe me.
Yes.
And the more money I give you, the nicer you have to be to me. You have to do whatever I say. And that's the reason why I decided to use my own
Nah,
money. Because they would try
Lauren
to
did
give me
say
money
much.
but tell me what to do.
Lauren,
I'm going to tell you something.
after the interview, Lauren reaches out to Revolt and then put out a message saying that Dame Dash wasn't the owner or the chairman, which was a lie. Lauren was trying to push the bullshit too. She played the 50 on the interview, but as soon as the interview was over, she was on their side.
But as long as
Stop talking.
I'm paying the loan back, it's not a
You're
problem.
triggering me. You're trying to get me out of pocket.
No, but as long
If
as
you
I'm
do
paying
that, I'm
the
going to
loan
take a
back,
break
it's
and
not
go
a
take a
problem.
joint because I don't want to argue with you. I want to stay
Y'all
respectful.
don't even know what the
Okay.
hey, I don't even know
Stop
what the fuck that
interrupting
is.
me.
Innovative. Never heard that in drug
I'm gonna
terminology.
give you the same respect you give in the room, but go ahead.
Continue on, Dave.
Thank you. You guys don't know about business, so don't talk so confidently about it because people might
Well,
believe.
I'm
You
asking.
cut me off again.
What asking you
Oh, my
questions that
God.
you're not answering?
Jessica, they cut me off.
Yeah, they cut
Can you
off.
talk to me? Tell them stop.
Yo, y'all gotta chill in here because.
Ah, you right.
You're gonna say I'm bugging.
Yeah, I know. Chill out, yo.
All right, Jess, you right.
Just stop cutting me.
My
off.
bad, Dave. Go ahead.
You don't know about business, and you say things. I said you can't say things you don't know and sound confident because people listen to you. And you
That's
get in the
fact.
algorithm. Do your research before you start spreading things.
That's-
What did we
yo,
say wrong?
Yeah, what did we
that's
say
the-
wrong?
You said
That's the same shit I be saying about these people. Yo, these people get on interviews and be loud and fucking wrong. We knew about we just talking about yesterday with Whack 100. Whack 100 pushing this narrative that Hernandez Govan ain't snitched and he beat it at trial. And like, yo, they get on these interviews and don't do no research. Just get on the platforms and just start talking. Yo, but yo, when you got a platform, like we got any platform, but especially when you got a platform to the level of the Breakfast Club, yo, you need to make sure everything you say is fact checked. Now, you can put some opinion in there and whatever you believe in there, but you got to make that clear. A lot of times on not just this platform, but others, they relate information like it's fact. And they be dead fucking wrong, man. Dead wrong. Vlad TV allowed people to get on this platform and say what Young Thug did was worse than 6ix9ine. Like, yo, what? Like, yo, Young Thug ain't sent nobody to jail, yo. Young Thug is being called a rat just because how much he was talking in the interrogation room. He didn't say anything that was going to lead to anybody going to motherfucking jail. But they'll say these on these platforms, and people will start believing it, and people will start repeating it. And meanwhile, it's all lies. It's all lies. Man, appreciate if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Yeah, I'm from Baltimore, bro. Spread wonder what it do.
50 got the
Man,
rights.
man, ain't
You
never
just
sold
said it.
nothing.
That's what I'm
Actually,
asking.
talking about you,
got the
and you,
rights.
and you repost, talking about, and Dan reposted me. Hold on, you actually reposted me.
Please.
And I asked a question.
We gotta come back. We gotta come. You gotta come back. You gotta come back.
This is an interview. You keep interrupting.
Okay, I have a question.
Because look,
I didn't finish my thought.
Go ahead.
Finish it.
You see what's going on? Now, if I started yelling, they be saying I'm bugging.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
this
finish
is,
your thought,
remember
Danny.
I told you this is how I get triggered. Just let me teach. If you don't know, listen. Listen to the teacher. I'm teaching you right now because this is a business you don't know. You've been in this room for 30 years straight. So you're missing a lot of life.
30 years.
Not really.
Well, then stop speaking.
You're just wrong.
You have a problem, but you're just wrong on a respect level.
Yeah, yo, but we ain't gonna act like he's 6'9". No, yo, 6'9" gotta understand and testify to all people, bro. Like, yo, in Baltimore, we would call him a rat. Yo, but we ain't gonna say he's 6'9", bro. We ain't gonna do that. No, we ain't doing that, Frank. That ain't factual.
You're wrong.
But go ahead. You're right.
Oh
Teach.
my
I don't think you really got a lesson plan.
Teach. Every time you interrupt me, because you're so rich, you give me $20. Okay, can
No.
you do that? Because you know you got. So let me ask you another question. Do you think it's respectful when someone gives you their boundaries, you just break them and keep laughing? You think that's all right? I'm just asking.
Can I speak? I don't.
I just need an answer.
What's up,
This is
Ann?
the only time you don't speak is when I ask you questions. Anyway, you guys shouldn't speak so confidently without doing research. This is what you're saying. I don't know. You're asking me quickly. These are things you said. So I'm telling you right now, the reason why I
This
fired
was
was
gold.
because I didn't want anybody to keep suing me because he also kept suing me.
I ain't gonna lie, I watched this earlier. I said, I got to watch this with the people. I was dying laughing, but I felt them though. I felt them, man. Yo, these people, these platforms be out of line, man. They be out of line. They be way too big to say some of the things that they say. Yeah, but I'm just saying, when you got a platform, you don't want to push that narrative because it's not, that might be how we look at it, but it's not actually true. You understand what I'm saying? We might look at it all the same, but to say what he did is worse than what 6ix9ine did. To say that Young Thug started the RICO when it's proof that it was Woody, yo, that's not cool, man. That's not cool. That's not truthful. You pushing a false narrative at that point.
So now I can't get sued. And if you look at, did you read the bankruptcy?
I read it.
Did you read at the end when it says who I'm gonna sue? It says who you're gonna sue, and it has a list of people. Did you read that?
She broke it down.
Right. So they can't sue me, but I can sue them now. Chris, but what?
My question
You
now.
cut 'em off.
Yeah, I'd had to because
she
now we're gonna
she
move on
didn't
to
do
another
anything.
subject.
She was fine.
We're gonna,
You
okay,
guys
so
are
listen,
disrespectful.
while we're here on the bankruptcy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So from what I learned in my research,
So now that I've said I'm on a pathway to acquisitions for chairman, y'all still think I'm broke? I don't get it.
Yeah, you can still get a job.
And I just said I had. Okay, here's something else. So I have a deal with Simon Schuster. I'm sorry.
okay, so on the bankruptcy, what happens if all of the debt isn't discharged? What do you do then?
It's a Chapter 7.
But
They'll
for
definitely
instance, Weber,
cooperate.
the attorney,
Yeah.
he filed something this morning saying that what you claim is fraudulent.
Right.
And
Right.
he's
You know why
asking-
that? You know why that is?
Well, wait, let me finish talking. And he's asking, and he's bringing the point that everything might not be discharged. So I'm at, like, what happens in that
That
circumstance?
doesn't happen. He's a stupid, allegedly. He's not the smartest light in the room. You gotta think. They've been suing me all over the country. This one person, different people all over the country for 10 years. They sued me for over $500 million combined, and they only won $800,000
Young Thug didn't send nobody to
combined.
jail.
They've been chasing that for 10 years.
I wouldn't fuck with him.
You know how much legal and law work that person's been doing? How much plotting he's been doing
Well,
to
I
collect that
wouldn't
money
go
and
as
he
far. I
never
wouldn't say
collected? You know how
6ix9ine.
mad he is right now? Now he doesn't get paid. So, of course he's going to do that. But again, this is part of business. Just put your seatbelt on and watch how it plays out. But I've never filed before. Nothing. The reason why they think it's fraudulent, this is why I have to tell you this. You see how he's saying it's fraudulent? He'll go into the court and say I'm rich because he's trying to collect money. I've been telling y'all I was broke, right? So that's the reason why. So I don't know what would happen if let's say everything in the judgment doesn't go, nothing's still in my name. There's still nothing to collect. Okay, let me ask you this.
What's up, Frank?
Do you know how many times Donald Trump filed?
Oh, a lot.
Yeah. So then why?
Yo, can we get the likes up, yo? It's 159 people on here, yo. We got 36 likes. Hit the like button, y'all. All you gotta do is tap the screen twice. Man, I went to prison for a rat too. Don't get me wrong. Like I went to prison for a rat. Yo, but Doug didn't say anything that's gonna happen paperwork. Now, if that was my homeboy, if I heard my homeboy in the interrogation room talking like that, I would back away from him. And if I get mad enough, I fuck around, call him a rat. You feel me? But I definitely was like, oh, you bakey, yo. I can't, you know. If I'm especially if I'm involved in criminal activity, even if I'm not, to be honest, yo, I can't fuck with that, bro. Like you were in that bitch, you was way too comfortable. You was in that bitch answering questions like I didn't hear no arguments. I didn't even hear you cussing that much. Like you do nothing disrespectful. Like you really sitting there and had a conversation amongst the police, like you was talking to the homies or the guys or the crew or whatever you want to characterize it as. I couldn't fuck with that. But he didn't say anything. He didn't say anything that's going to implicate anybody or send nobody to jail. Even with the weed shit. Yo, I've been locked up for murder, yo. I got locked up with weed. Yo, that shit wasn't even in my paperwork. You understand what I'm saying? Wasn't even in my paperwork. Then when you catch certain cases like that, when you talking about murders and shootings, yo, they don't give a fuck about no weed selling. Yeah, man, you could be in that bitch selling pounds. That shit will never come up. So even with him saying, yeah, you know, he was just trying to create a narrative that, yo, these guys was friends. Like, I don't even think Pee Wee really did that. You know, him and Pee Wee, which was too much information. He shouldn't have never did that. The minute that he realized that this interview was about Pee Wee Roscoe's situation, interview supposed to have been over. Straight up and down. Interview supposed to have been over. I'm not coming in no interrogation room talking about another person's crimes. At all. Not trying to spin them or none of that. If you got questions for that man, you take that shit up with that man. Don't take that shit up with me. Yeah, man. I'm not making an excuse. I'm just telling you what it is, Frank. It's not an excuse. That's not what happened. I don't think that's an excuse. I think that's a very good description of what went down.
But he's known as a terrible businessman. But no, he's not.
He's the president.
Yeah, but sure, but he still was known as a terrible businessman, actually a con man.
Do you know how confidently dumb
Oh,
you
you
sound?
talking about him? Yeah.
You're saying it's bad.
No, he was wrong.
Went bankrupt.
No, he definitely was wrong. My bad, Frank. He definitely was wrong. Yeah, we ain't. If you watch, I did a live on that interview, and we disagreed with damn near the whole live. Yeah, man. Like, yo, we ain't ready to do that, yo. Yeah, straight up.
6 times. He's a billionaire and he's the president.
And
And you
he's
still
known as
not
a terrible businessman and con artist.
Are you known as a good businessman?
I don't know.
Okay, well, you make a lot of money.
No.
So you've been doing this every day your whole life and you're not making no money? Nope.
They keep sliding.
Like you, Dan.
No, you're not like me.
Yo, been sliding. Yo, say he been doing this shit every day his whole life. Yo, come on, Dan. He been doing it his whole life now. God damn it. I think you need to be a certain age to be on radio. I say he been doing that shit every day his whole life. I think trying to be like 40 something.
Then you don't have.
Do you have a family
you don't make lot
office?
of money.
I bet my house is bigger than yours. I bet all my houses are bigger than you. I bet I have a better.
How old are you,
Stop.
man?
Now it's how old are you?
This is embarrassing.
You're embarrassed. Yeah, because
Come on, Dan.
I got you. I'd like to see your view. Can you show me your view right now? Do you live in front of water?
View my house?
Yeah. A view of what you see when you relax, when you're not here every day. See, when you're in it, let me just finish.
No, he been disrespectful because he's being disrespected. He knows, he see what's going on. He see this as a slander campaign. What's up, Key? He see what's going on. This is not a good faith interview. This is an interview where they trying to expose him.
Let me just see your view.
No, Frank.
When you just now said, let's just go back to how ridiculous you are. The president filed for bankruptcy 8 times, still a billionaire.
MBG Gaming. I was thinking that too. Like, I hope they ain't put you in the trick bag, yo. I swear, yo, I was thinking that as well. Like, I hope they didn't get this man up here and put him in a trick bag to say too much Now he fucking have another lawsuit by the end of the night. Every lawsuit, what's today? Lawsuit will be filed Wednesday morning. You heard me? I was thinking the same thing, y'all. I hope he ain't do too much talking on this bitch. But Dame is smart, man. I don't think he'll let them trick him into saying too much, hopefully.
A bad businessman. You're just not that smart.
Okay.
And you have to acknowledge that. And you know why? You're not seeing the world. You know what happens when you have to go someplace? You laugh. You know what happens when you have to go someplace every day at 4 a.m? You can't go nowhere. You got to be here every day. You've been 15 years. You've missed the whole world. You don't know what you're talking about. And you're saying it confidently. And you're in an algorithm where people actually believe you out of response. And why you think they keep you here?
Yeah,
They want
so
y'all
too.
to make us dumb.
But if you work here, you
I would never work here. I would
$20
only.
million in debt.
What you
could
talking
actually
about?
pay your
I'm not.
debt and your child support
I'm
if you
I'm
had-
not in debt.
if you had
Stop
money
right there.
coming in.
Stop right there. I'm not in debt at all now. What are you talking about?
Oh, you paid it all off?
Why they ain't do this to Joe Biden? Like, yo, it's people that deserve this level of criticism and scrutiny that been on this platform. Where's the Umar Johnson interview at, Charlamagne? Did Charlamagne say he wasn't trying to talk about Umar? He was going to act. Where's that interview? Umar Johnson deserves this level of criticism. Not Dame. Umar Johnson deserves this, man. Get Umar Johnson up this bitch and interrogate him and criticize him like they did Dame Dash.
When you have this bankruptcy 7 is like getting hit by.
For real. He let Joe Biden get up that bitch and say, you ain't black if you don't vote for me. He said that on the Breakfast Club in front of all these black people. Joe Biden said, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. That's what he said, man.
The cartel with 100 bricks and they die and you don't owe no more. I want you to ask someone this is what you should do if you want to do something smart. Get a specialist, a lawyer in bankruptcy, and you ask them these questions. Get a professional up here, and then they'll tell you.
There was the Breakfast
Why
Club.
ask me? You know what I'm saying? Like, and then when he tells you you're dumb, you'll believe
That wasn't
him.
the Breakfast Club?
Anyway,
That wasn't the Breakfast Club when he said that? That wasn't the Breakfast Club. Yeah, that wasn't on live. That was the Breakfast Club, man. He said if it wasn't that, Joe Biden said some disrespectful shit. I swear I think it was the Breakfast Club. I'm going to look it up.
Between you and I, well,
take what you do best and create a website that's worthy of it.
I don't think
It
you're
was
a
I
proper
knew it was the Breakfast Club,
representation
man.
of the masculine black man. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you guys are.
I'm listening. Okay.
Like, your OG is Wendy Williams. My OG is sitting right here. You see him?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna tell you why he's my OG. Because he killed anybody or any of those things. He just taught me how to be a better man.
Wendy,
Can you stop? Can you stop?
Wendy Williams is your OG.
Wasn't she your boss?
Yeah, at one point.
So she was your OG. She put you on, and you should give her grace. And you should also give her props out of respect.
It wasn't the Breakfast Club, but he was talking to Charlamagne. It wasn't the Breakfast Club, but he was talking to Charlamagne. So it wasn't the Breakfast Club. But that's not the point. I was talking about Charlamagne to begin with. Charlamagne allowed Joe Biden to say, if you ain't black, you ain't black if you don't vote for me.
But because we have different trauma, like, we're different. Like, I'm not the kind of guy that would, like, I'd rather get my ass whipped than run. But you're proud that you ran.
Yeah.
I'd rather get my ass whipped. Let me ask you a question, Dan. You ever ran from a fight? What would happen if y'all heard that I ran from a fight? That's a masculine way of doing things. Now, you don't see it that way. You like to play games. Like, I'm not quite, because when you say kids, I was like.
Yeah, let me show you real quick. Because I don't, I like to be accurate on what I'm saying. What the fuck?
It is the phrase that everybody's talking about today. You ain't black. Those were the words coming from Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden during a radio show interview.
It was the Breakfast Club.
National controversy.
Give me my $100.
Three words have ignited a political and racial firestorm.
So if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump,
And you ain't black.
You ain't black is all over social media and major.
Man, send my $100. Vital Johnson. Send that shit to Charlemagne, man. I was talking about Charlemagne. Regardless of it, he said it to Charlemagne. Charlemagne is over this bitch trying to crucify Dame. Why the fuck he didn't say shit to Joe Biden?
They kids, I was like, and it ain't no disrespect, but I kind of think you're gay. You just act a little gay.
You got a problem with gay people?
Not at all. I've got a problem with people that pretend they're not gay. So let me tell you why.
But what if it,
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Let me.
This is hilarious. I love
you're
what
gay.
you're doing. This is hilarious.
So what I'm saying is, you might, because you started in gossip, which is, you know, is very feminine, and you are acting like,
I told him he thinks he's gay, bro.
There's some degree of like, you want people to listen to you, and that we want people that represent masculinity, because men need to be doing what they need to.
Yeah, he said it to his face, right? I mean, a lot of people question Charlemagne gave what's it called a butt for a gift. Like, yo, you don't think that's you don't know? I mean, that's at least speculatory. Yeah, I mean, what you talking about? Hey, Vital, yo, you don't think Charlemagne was out of line when he did that? Charlemagne gave Darnell Rollins a butt. You don't think that was a little suspect? You wouldn't be looking at him like that. I don't know about that. And that is, you don't think that was borderline gay at the very least? What you talking about? You know, at the very least, that wasn't borderline gay. I don't know, man. I think it was, man. I don't think you do that with men, man. I don't even think that shit was funny. I was appalled when I seen it. Hey.
Do as men. They don't need to be worried about girl stuff. Period.
What girl stuff?
Talking about people that aren't in the room, that don't have anything to do with them, saying things confidently in front of millions of people and not saying anything. You know, like, you know how many times I've seen people punk you? I would never let anybody talk to me a certain way. I'd rather get my ass whipped. That's where we're different. We got different trauma. So you can't really look through my eyes, because you do things different.
That much?
No, do I look bothered?
Yeah.
I'm bothered what I'm bothered about is you're speaking in front of people.
Hit the like button, y'all.
And you don't have the experience or the knowledge. And also, I'm afraid that white people think that we act like you. You're not dumb, but like, you know what's bugging me out?
What'd I say? How many times I said that? How many times I said that's why these people are dangerous? That's the same reason I be on Charleston White Hills. I mean, like, yo, perception is reality, y'all. I don't think people really understand what that means. Yo, when you give off, when they give us these figures, right? And these figures are pushing a certain narrative, they're pushing a certain agenda, they're pushing a certain perception of what black people are. That's how you create sort of like propaganda, and you know, the propaganda machine that was running on black people from Master Society, Boys in the Hood, Gangster Rap. It's a lot of people in this world, yo, that never had. We just been talking about it early on live. They ain't never had a bad experience with a black person. Only black people they see are the ones that's given to them. So they build their perception based off of that. So what Dame Dash is saying is correct. I'm afraid that, yo, when white people see you, they see us. And I don't think Charlemagne is a good representation of us, yo, because he play gay games. And we don't really play like that. You know what I mean? We don't really play like that. And he panders. He panders to certain communities, certain narratives. And that ain't really, I don't think that's the perception of black people that needs to be displayed, because that's not the average black person. He gave somebody a butt. City Nights, he gave Donna Rollins a butt. Y'all forgot? Look at this. Let's go. Let's go back. People must be forgetting, man. See, I don't forget nothing. Nothing these motherfuckers did. Charlemagne the God gave Darnell Rawlings a butt. Where the fuck is that shit at? Where the fuck is that interview? I find it. I pull it up on my phone. I pull it up on my phone and go back to it. I don't think my laptop is slow. What the fuck you talking about? I'm gonna pull it up on my phone.
We've been using IXL for as long as my kids have been in school as just a supplement to their learning. It covers the subjects of.
Get me out.
What do you mean act like him? I just want you to.
Yeah, I want to know. I'm gonna say so.
Some of my kids are top of their class, and I fully
What you mean?
attribute
You asked him what-
IXL
you
to
asked him
helping
what- you
them
asked him
reach
what-
that goal because of
What
all.
do you do wrong?
The
Think he
way
does
you
a lot
keep
wrong.
interrupting me, the way you keep saying things that aren't true but don't know.
Like what? Did I say that's not true?
Let me say what I'm saying. I was still talking. Okay? So, because when I do that, when y'all do that, I forget what I'm going to say because I be like, da, da, da.
But you're not saying shit.
No,
damn.
you don't think, of course you don't think that. I think you're gay.
That's fine.
Well, I do. I'm not going to lie. After the puff stuff, 'cause let me say this. This is my assessment. I've never heard you say one thing bad about Jay-Z, not one.
He's not in the room. You shouldn't talk about it.
Don't tell me what to do.
You said you shouldn't talk about men when
Now
they're not in the room.
you're interrupting me.
Now you're doing the girl stuff.
I know him. I'm giving you an example, right?
You used to know him.
Can I talk? You're upset. Can I talk?
I'm upset.
Can I talk? I've never seen you say one word because you talk bad about a
You
lot
might
of
to a
people,
white
but
person.
you never said one time. And you walk around with his face on your chest. Is that
Well, hit the cash app,
airplane
right?
shirt right now?
If you want me to get the hit the cash app. That's the cash app at the bottom of the screen. But we can buy it right now. Hit the cash app.
Paper planes, yeah. I wore CEO stuff.
Can I finish? No, I never seen it. Let me finish.
What you mean?
Yo, where's all this hate? Yo, why would you say here? Yo, you think Dame Dash? I don't think Dame Dash could ever be a peon. I think Dame Dash has been way too influential to help too many people. They've been a driving force in the culture to ever be considered a peon. You understand? A peon? Yo, I think Dame Dash's legacy is solidified. Yo, that is a very bold statement to say he's a peon, man. He helped a lot of people. He helped Cameron get out of his deal. He helped Nori. Yo, he helped a lot of people, man. He helped a lot of people. Like, why are people sitting back and disrespect this man like he ain't who he is, man? All right, he took a fall. Whatever. I don't think he's broke. But he took a fall from where he used to be. Yo, it happens. Your favorite rapper might be broke. I mean, he just make it look good. You understand? A lot of these people are broke and make it look good, man. I mean, I don't think Dame Dash is broke. Dame Dash still got properties. Dame Dash still got things going on. Like, peon, I can't go with that, yo. I just don't understand the hate. I don't understand the hate. State property. You know what I mean? Dame Dash did a lot for people, man. Beanie Siegel, like, we ain't doing that over here. Like, I know that's the narrative that's being pushed. You pro-black, so you don't think Dame Dash pro-black? That's crazy.
He was
Can I talk? Can I land the
I'm not
plane?
listening to any of this.
Let me land the plane.
I can't wait.
Let me land the plane. So I'm thinking to myself,
None.
you got a crush on this man or he's paying you. One or the other. Did you buy that shirt?
Yo, and it's a lot to bad to say about Jay-Z. Jay-Z. What you want to call it? Jay-Z uses the black community when it's beneficial. That's what Jay-Z does. Now, Jay-Z has helped people too. But Jay-Z has a history of using black people for his own financial gain. Yo, do y'all remember Jay-Z took all his music off the internet and said, y'all, I'm putting everything on Tidal? Took all his music off the internet. Y'all putting everything on Tidal. Everybody subscribe to Tidal. We paying artists more. We doing this, we doing that. We trying to change the game. And 8 years later, he sold that motherfucker. 8 years later, he sold it. Colin Kaepernick, NFL, like Jay-Z has a lot of things that look at what he did to Tory Lanez. Look at what he doing to Nicki Minaj. Like the Jay-Z brand, Rock Nation. I don't know if it's Jay-Z is specific, but what Jay-Z is connected to does a lot of bullshit that deserves scrutiny. You know what I mean? Right now his music back on every platform. He sit there and created this whole narrative, had people believing like, oh dang, yo, we got our own thing, yo, we got black business, title this, title that, yo, subscribe to Tidal. Build the Tidal up to a build it up to a profit and sold that motherfucker. Like, nah, man. Jay-Z got a lot to question. He got a lot to question. And I don't think Dame Dash is wrong for bringing this up to Charlemagne when you question everything else. No, yo, that's manipulation, yo. See, that's the problem, yo. We can't keep allowing people to do that. That was manipulative. The same thing Umar Johnson did. So Umar Johnson a good businessman? Is Umar Johnson a good businessman? That's not a scam. You hit the Cash App, I'm buying a school. Hit the PayPal, hit the Zelle. The first school for black boys. School never opens. That's good business. that ain't no good business. That ain't no different than what Jay-Z did. Yo, subscribe to Tidal. This gonna be the first black-owned streaming company. Subscribe to Tidal. Nah, man, that ain't good business. That was fucked up. Because he could have did that without doing all the extra shit.
You went and bought that? They didn't give it to you as much as you say nice
You're not supposed
things?
to support black business?
I doubt you bought that shirt.
What you mean?
Anyway,
and I buy
so I think you're gay. I'm sorry.
And I think you're broke.
Okay. I think
he's kind of gay too.
I think
that. I do have a question.
I think that. And no disrespect to gay, I just think.
I think you're broke.
Like I saw,
and that bothers you so much to get called broke by people.
I got you.
I do have a question.
I'm sure it does.
Right.
Raise your hand if you think Dame's broken. Seriously. See, is this me?
But this is the question though.
Can I make my other announcement?
Yeah.
I have a book
I was
deal.
talking though.
I was talking. You just. I have a book deal. I want to make another announcement.
Make an announcement.
I have a book deal with Simon Schuster.
Congratulations.
And I've already, the title of the book, I secured the rights for TV and all that. You know what the name of the book is?
What's the name of it?
Power. And I'm going to be putting a TV show on my own television network, Revolt. That's Power with no debt. And you're calling me broke because I have no debt. And you're telling me someone that gets $180 million loan is rich. You guys are dumb.
A billionaire is a billionaire. It doesn't matter.
No, how do you know he's a billionaire? How? Not him, anybody. How could you listen? You said wait, time out, stop for a second. That you call a billionaire. I said billionaires don't get loans. They have credit lines. I said
that's what you said.
Listen. I said the people that you think are billionaires. That's what I said.
So why you don't get a credit line?
How do you know my family office doesn't?
What if you can create your own website by saying, this is what I want? With Wix, you can.
Oh, okay. I'm asking a question.
I'm telling you right now, I run my family office. I signed a non-disclosure. I'm not allowed to talk about their business. But I can tell you this, when we do pay, because we just paid, and I hope I don't get in trouble.
Yeah, I don't think Breakfast Club ever tells the truth. For real. I don't think the Breakfast Club, I don't think that's their job. You can't tell the truth, y'all. Yo, we gotta go back to that. You can't tell the truth. It's frowned upon, man. When you're being paid by these people, yo, you can't tell the truth. Nope. Not the honest truth. Now you can give a you can dance around it. You can give a version of the truth, but you can't tell no motherfucking truth, man. You can't tell how heart won't allow it. You ain't lie, Reed. You can't tell the truth, man. Y'all crazy. Charlie Kirk tried to tell the truth about Israel. You can't tell the truth.
Just pay like
Charles,
$600,000 in taxes, but they don't write about that. I had my family
Straight
office
up.
had a lawsuit. Look at it. When you, the reason why you thought that my shit was getting taken because that was the Dash Group. That was my family office. We paid that. We pay those. I just don't.
That was the asset.
No, asset. Those. Okay, let me explain the assets. In business, and I'm sure none of y'all know this. when you get a copyright, I get copyrights.
No, I don't support. No, I don't support that. I support free speech. Yeah, man, you should be able to say what you should be able to say what you want without being killed for it. You know what I mean? Regardless if I agree or disagree. You understand what I'm saying? But what I also know is that you can't say what you want, not without consequence. You can't take these people money and say what you want. It's not allowed. Not by white people, not by black people. It ain't allowed, man. It does, and it always been this way. That's why we had these assassination attempts from the 60s and the 70s, and however long they go back. It's not allowed, man.
Copyrights so that no one can sue me for using the name, but doesn't mean there's any value. So
yo, we not clear? Yeah, credit lines and loans are definitely not the same thing. Are we clear, y'all? Yo, let me know if we don't get clear, man. Don't just sit around and we grainy.
Gotten copyrights, and then the business goes. So I haven't put a company in my name since 2017. Only thing that was in my name was reasonable doubt, and I couldn't file because then I would have had to take reasonable doubt to auction, because when you file, they liquidate all your assets. That was the last thing that was in my name.
Talking about, Charles?
So once that went, and what was happening was they were reporting on my tax returns that I was getting $100,000 a year from reasonable doubt, but I was never getting sent it, and they were asking me to pay taxes on it. That should have been going to the child support. But so that money that was supposed to be going, that was supposed to, so when I'm behind on child support, it always gets paid, or I went to jail. The last time I was behind, it was $1 million. I paid it. That sounds broke to you? If all my children, and I pay their colleges up front, they don't have debt, meaning they don't have to go on, that sounds broke to you? Every one of my baby mothers has 2 or 3 houses. That sounds broke to you? It's not about me. If you Google her family, or certain people I know, I'll Google them, they have no money. I Google the family office, $10 billion. Rich people don't put anything in their name, but you don't know that. You don't know that. And I feel sorry for you because you don't get to see the daylight. You guys, you don't. You missed your whole life.
We don't have anything on our name.
So then I
have a question about the book deal with Simon & Schuster.
Let me finish. Go ahead.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
What made you sign a book deal with Simon & Schuster as opposed to?
Oh yeah. I ain't even catch that, because there is, man. And that's why I said, Charles, he know this is not a good faith debate. This is not a good faith interview. This is not a good faith argument. This was about slander, man. This was about slander. So that's why I didn't feel any kind of way when he started saying some of the things that he said, that he had punched Charlemagne in the face and was calling him gay. Because you're trying to discredit me, man. And that's not what they should be trying to do. This is another black man, an influential black man that played a role in a lot of things, hip hop, changed people's lives. Even if his life, took another time. You shouldn't be up here trying to discredit this man. You should be up this bitch trying to help this man change the narrative back to what it's supposed to be. And that is Dame Dash ain't broke. He ain't broke. Now, he might be broke to some people's standards. But I think Dame Dash still wakes up and do whatever the fuck he need to do for his family. Like he just explained, my kids is in college. All of them paid for. My baby mother's got 3-4 houses. I got several houses. We live on a fucking lake. How can you be broke? It's like paying all your bills and not having no money left. You know what I mean? If you pay all your bills and you ain't got no money after that, yo, I can't really call you broke. You know what I mean? Because you did things with your money that needed to be done. Now, you might not got no money left over. You feel me? But broke is can't pay your bills. And that's the narrative they try and run on Dame Dash for owing $30 million in child support. Yo, who the fuck can afford $30 million not child support? Who the fuck can afford to pay $30 million in taxes? Yeah, man, that is a lot of money. I don't think most people in hip hop can just kick out $30 million in taxes. I don't think most people. That's a lot of motherfucking money just be given away to the IRS all at once. Most of these people ain't got $30 million in their account. Even the rich ones with net worths of 100 million, 200 million. Motherfuckers ain't got no $30 million in their account, man.
Because number one, some things I use as a lost leader. I gave them the book, but I didn't give them the ancillary thing. So they don't have the TV. They don't have. So I just use that as a lost leader to stimulate the other verticals.
He can't sign a book there. He probably got an imprint because he would have a boss if he had an
Well, no,
imprint.
I have an imprint. What's happening, shoes?
Well, my family office got the book deal. You understand now? Smart guy?
Love slots? The DraftKings Casino app's
I like
got you
Dave
covered.
Dash. I don't know what the fuck y'all. I don't know what y'all dislike about him. I like his confidence. I like that he don't stand for nonsense. Cause I'm the same way. I fucks with it. Like maybe his confidence rubs other people the wrong way. Yeah, but that's a personal problem. I mean, if my confidence make you feel less, yo, that is a personal problem. I can do nothing to fix that.
So again, letting people yell at you like that is not masculine. And a woman, do you think he's masculine? Would you want this man around you if 10 guys jumped you? He'd run, and you'd have to run with him. I like my women to feel safe when they're around me. I don't tell people and I'm not saying that's your way, but you're just not masculine. I've seen him run. I looked at a whole reel of there's like a thing that says how many people bark. There's stuff that how many times you talk about other people's genitals. You
that shit ain't
real
funny,
masculine men don't do
that. You know
that.
what I'm saying? That shit not funny. You understand? Yo, it's nothing funny about this, man. You out here talk like we don't play those games in our community, y'all. We don't play gay games, yo. That's not how we operate. He thinks that's hilarious. But it goes back to what Dame Dash is saying. I'm afraid that when white people see you, they see us, which is he's a false representation of us. It ain't about being tough. Yo, we just don't play them type of games, man. We just don't. It ain't about being tough. We just don't play like that. I never had a group of friends that played like that ever in my life. Have you? As a black man, have you ever had a group of friends that played genital games? I haven't. I haven't. You know, I hung with different people. We don't play them games in prison. Yo, we don't play them games in the neighborhood. Yo, we just don't play them games. All right, then, Vital. So why you do that? Don't be one of them, yo. Don't be one of them ones that know what I'm talking about, but just want to beg to differ. Yo, you know we don't play like that. Charlemagne plays like that. And he plays like that on the radio, which creates a false perception to other people of who black men are. Yo, we not that. And that's what Dame Dash was talking about. Like, I'm afraid when they see you, they see us.
You said that some guys was throwing you kisses because they liked your paws butt, and you went back. That's gay.
Why do you have such a problem with gay?
I don't have a problem. I have a problem with you. Wait. No. Yeah, that is why I pause. There's a lot of people like you. There's a lot of people like you that are gay that pretend they're not, and that's not fair because you're running around. Stop. You're here. It's
not about us. Yo, do you want the narrative to be that way? Do you want other people? Like I said, it's about the perception, right? It's about the perception. When other people see you as a black man wherever you from, America, wherever you from, do you want people to think that they can play with you like that? Do you want people to think it's okay? I don't want people to think it's okay because I don't play like that. Yo, that shit might get you slapped or at least cussed out, or you ain't gonna get the response you want. I mean, we don't play like that, man. As a whole, we ain't talking about small percentages. You know, these people are talking on a large scale. You know what I mean? Yeah, but you got to. It's good. It's easy to say you don't care. Yeah, but perception is reality, man. You got to understand that. That's why we get treated how we get treated when we go certain places. You know why? Because we allowed the perception of black males to be in this country dangerous. You know, we allow the perception of black kids to be dangerous. So it allows mistreatment. Yo, you got to kill a person's image before you kill a person. You know what I mean? You kill an image of the person first. So if I can run this narrative on a black community that these are dishonorable people, they ruthless, they savages, you know, they ain't to be respected. Now I can then implement stiffer laws on crime. And when you sentence a 15-year-old to life in prison, it's like, all right, well, he was a bad seed anyway. Yo, people gotta understand that, man. That's why I got issues with Charleston White. Like, yo, that's why you got issues with these people. That's why these people that's been put on Front Street are cancer. They're a problem. They're dangerous because the rhetoric that they pushing, the image that they pushing. Yo, we got 50-year-old clout chasers. Who'd ever thought that, yo? Who'd ever thought we would have 50-year-old clout chasers? At 50? Man, get the fuck out of here, man. That's some shit you see with children. We ain't got no business supporting nobody 50, 40 something years old online actively clout chasing. I don't know. To me, those guys are goofy. Those guys are sellouts. And that goes to everybody. Jim Jones say he a clout chaser. I ain't listened to Jim Jones since. I mean, that man got online and said, yo, y'all brought it. I was chasing clout when I said I was better than Nas. I said, what? That's what you gotta do to bring attention to yourself. You got to put out a wild ass statement that everybody in the world knows ain't true, just to gather attention. Shit, I think I'm a better rapper than Nas. Like, yo, get the fuck out. I got more hits than Nas. Like, oh, you really just said that, bro? No, good God. So you basically just lied. You basically just told a blatant lie. Yo, when you do that, yo, I gotta question your integrity, man.
Representing a black man, and I don't want white
Black
people.
men can't be gay.
I don't fuck with 50.
You're representing.
Hold on, answer the question. Black men can't be gay.
Black men that are gay should say they're gay.
And I agree. Now you see what he's trying to do? He's trying to turn the LGBTQ community against him. And Dame Dash ain't say nothing wrong. Yo, one of the things, I used to hate, one of the things I used to hate when I was locked up, yo, is that you had people in the joint that had families. You know what I mean? They had families, man. Girl, kids, come and visit them in the visiting room. And they go back to the jail and they got a whole boyfriend, man. It's like, yo, what the fuck? Y'all always told myself if I ever seen one of them people on the streets, I was going to expose them. Yo, because that's wrong, man. Yo, if this is what you involved in, yo, be proud of who you is, man. Don't be out here, motherfucking double, what you call that shit? Living a double life. On one aspect, you got this girl and these kids, and you creating a false perception to them. But on the other end, you got a whole boyfriend in this bitch. Like, yo, fuck no, be who you is. Yo, be proud of who you is. You know what I mean? I don't think nothing wrong with that. Now, I don't know if Charlamagne is gay or not. Obviously, Dave Dash think he is. I do know that Charlamagne does play a lot of wild games. You feel me? That I wouldn't play. I would look at him questionable.
Why do you have such a problem with gay?
I don't have a problem. I have a problem with you. Wait. No.
Crazy.
Yeah, that is why I pause. There's a lot of people like you. There's a lot of people like you that are gay that pretend they're not, and that's not fair because you're running around. Stop. You're here. You're representing a black man, and I don't want white people.
Black men can't be gay.
You're representing What
Hold on, answer the question. Black men can't be gay?
Black men that are gay should say they're gay.
Well, I'm not gay.
You are. You're gay. Yo, anyway, now let me talk to you.
Broke.
Let me
if
ask
I'm
you.
gay, you're broke.
What would you rather do? Have a repo or a RICO?
Neither, but repo.
But you're getting investigated for a RICO.
Am I?
That's what I'm saying.
You're listening to the internet.
That's why I'm talking to you about
gossip.
it. That's what I'm talking
I don't know how DJ Envy got from under that fucking case. I don't know. Yo, y'all remember that case? I don't know how DJ Envy got from under that, man. That man promoted that man on his platform. Yeah, we ain't gonna get into that. I'm just saying, I question all these niggas.
Wait. How should I know? I never heard of these.
So when we ask the question,
yo, I'm talking to him now. See what you're doing? Girls do that. Let me say this. You acting like a girl.
You move like an old auntie. You an old Harlem auntie.
I could punch you right in your face like a grown man. I won't. And then we gonna fight. You won't do shit.
Damn, this is with
That's
Chatty
not
Patty. So just so you know, because I knew you was gonna say
that.
that.
I've seen you run.
Yes.
That's it. I've seen you. I'm not saying I will. I'm saying no. Then your version of respectful is different than mine. We were on the street right now and you were talking like that. I would have fucked you up. But I'm not gonna do that. Nah, I wouldn't have got beat up. I know I wouldn't have got beat up. Let's end this. So let me say one more thing before I leave.
I have so many questions.
All right. Oh, you're right.
How you want to leave? You can't get in your emotions and want to leave, Dang.
No, what I'm saying is when you interrupt me and you say certain things, where I'm from, the masculine man will fuck you up.
Yeah.
But because let me finish. No, I didn't. I said
not gonna happen.
I didn't say that. I said I could, and you wouldn't do anything.
And we gonna fight.
I didn't see that on tape. You ran.
Yeah, because it was 4 guys, but that's cool.
Let me ask what happened when 30 guys jumped me.
Respect.
I got that ass whipping, but I fucked them niggas up.
I think it's been some head trauma ever since.
Yeah. Hey, yo, pause. Come on. Yo, Danny, for a second, I want to say something.
Envy, wait, you cut Envy
off.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Envy.
It's no sense, but...
No, you have questions.
Yeah, I'm going to let him finish.
He's not coming from a masculine perspective, so I can't give him the answer.
The problem this is the problem with Dave, which
There's no problem, bro. What are you talking about?
This is the problem.
Y'all want to see me struggle so bad. When have y'all seen... Wait a second. Let me ask the question. Let me ask one question.
The problem, Dave, I have with you is you're a businessman and an entrepreneur.
I don't care what your problem
When people have a question to you, you don't want to ask the question, and exactly what you do to people.
I did answer.
You are a chatty patty. Right?
No, I'm not. Okay, let's do this. Can I talk? Let me answer that. Can I answer that?
No, you can't. I'm speaking. Right? We just said we're gonna set boundaries. I respected you. Respect me.
That's what Dave wanted. I know. He wanted to come in here and cause this.
He said boundaries. He said some chatty patty stuff that's absolutely not true.
So let's address it. Let's unpack it. Let's unpack it. Let's pause. Let's talk about it.
Okay.
So a lot of the things you say on here are not true. A lot. And I'm saying what I'm seeing in the algorithm is that you're being investigated for RICO, and that there were people around you that are getting charged. Let me ask you a question. Of course, I don't expect you. Bottom line is, I already know you're going to fold if they come for you. You tell them. We already know that.
The SEC,
anyway, man, do not show that. Are you crazy?
Definitely tell them. Yeah, we ain't gonna act like DJ V ain't telling. Come on now. We ain't gonna play stupid now. Now don't keep it G News. If they applied pressure to that boy, he told it all. I mean, he went through the financials. He went through the books. He'll probably reached out to some witnesses. They can tell it all. What's up, eh? Yo, Chopmo, what it is? Man, Justin Lyons just sitting back watching.
Sometimes I can't make you sit. You have to prove facts because he can't prove facts.
I can't?
No.
Everything I say, I'll be having on tape.
It's not factual.
No, hell no. If he involved himself in criminal behavior, no, he ain't supposed to tell. He ain't supposed to tell, man. Right, he's supposed to be doing crime.
It's not factual that I said.
Nothing that you said is factual.
So I'm not the chairman of Revolt?
I don't know. I haven't seen the dateline yet.
Deadline.
You know what happens when feminine people get nervous and upset? Their voice starts cracking, their lips start shaking.
That's what you be doing when you be on all the dialogue.
Or you stand up and walk away like you're going to walk out 5 times.
Here's my teeth right here.
You do the same thing.
Right. My teeth got fixed. That's the reason. Thank you. I mean, I think everybody, how many? No, these are dentures, but I got diamonds. What happened was, like I
Right.
said, and I think everyone goes through things with their teeth. They just don't show it. I like to show myself vulnerable. I want people to learn from it. All of my implants broke. So I had to get them pulled out, break good bone, and they had to put all new bone. So that's going to take 6 months to heal. So they put this on. But, I think it's a denture. I hate it. But, I got to wear it. And then after that, they will put the implants in with teeth. And then 3 months after that, I'll have the full teeth. What's the big deal?
And that shit is expensive.
And it hurts. I couldn't eat at night. So what's the big deal? Just because I don't mind showing my flaws. See, you guys hide your flaws. You hide your homosexuality. I don't hide. I'm transparent.
You hide your flaws.
Wait a second. I will show you. Google me saying, I've been saying I'm broke for years. Name one interview.
Why can't I say I'm broke?
But you should say you're a homosexual. And then the world will know how homosexuals see things.
Can we have a real conversation?
The hypocrisy of Dame Dash, that's what your book
That's
is
your
called.
that's your perspective.
The
I don't
hypocrisy
care
of
what
Dame
you
Dash.
say. You're
Can we have a real
feminine.
conversation?
I don't care what a feminine man says about me. Go ahead.
Throwing souls the whole time. Can we have a real conversation? Right?
Okay, go ahead. But then you can't tell me I'm lying and I'm not.
I thought I knew what therapy was
Yeah.
until I found.
I just don't like how they tried to do him, man. They tried to discredit him. I think there's other people that deserve this level of scrutiny, like this guy right here. They need to get this guy right here. You see him? They need to get him on a platform and put him under the microscope.
I don't think you lying. I just think you broke.
All right, cool. But I just think you're gay.
That's cool.
I know you're gay.
We're going to throw insults the whole time.
That's not. Why is it? Oh, see, that's gay.
What you said? He said he know I'm gay.
No,
He said. So let me do this. Can we do this? Can we do this?
Can we do this? Can we do this? Can we just let her talk without trying to interrupt? Let me have
It's a group effort. We all.
Yeah, but they're not letting you.
We can't throw insults. We got to.
Oh, y'all didn't insult me.
It is funny.
Yeah. Y'all both got this shit face. Go ahead.
Most of the time when I call you, it's to clear things, right? Most of the time when I call you, I'm trying to clear things up, right? Yeah. So I have a couple things here that I haven't talked to you about.
Right.
The thing with your daughter and the eviction.
She never got evicted.
So why did the son report that? Where does that come from?
So what happened was, she was out of town or some. So she was sending the money to someone to send money, and it wasn't going, and she didn't know she was out of town. So I think when she found out, she just paid it. So it got paid. So she never got evicted ever in life. Never. That's another one of those false things that they say. Like, somebody might see something, but it doesn't follow through. She never got evicted. What they should have said was she lived, see, it's gone the second I leave it, but no one says anything. What's your next?
But you sound smart to dumb people.
You do.
Because if the if the person goes on to launch another company that's more successful than Rockefeller and launches another line,
you mean
which I'm wearing,
so let me ask you a question.
More successful than
I've launched lines. They've never. That's
not the point.
And that was $100 million company. But
you see what he did? That's not the fucking point. Yo, we got blurred. Are we good? Yo, that's not the point, y'all. Like, I don't even understand how Charlamagne, how he got that from what Dame Dash. Dame Dash said, yo, whenever I leave a company, it falls. That's what he said. That has nothing to do with the person I started the company with also leaving the company or starting a new company, and that company does better than the last. Now, those are two separate arguments. And Charlamagne knows that. Like, I don't think Charlamagne is stupid. But for some reason, with Dame Dash, he's playing dumb. He played dumb. Listen to what he said again.
Rockefeller. As soon as I left, it's gone. Like Rockware. As soon as I left, it's gone. Every single thing I started is gone the second I leave it, but no one says anything. But what's your next question? Did I answer?
I just want to say,
did I answer your question?
I had a follow-up.
Hold on, real quick though. But
okay,
you said that, but you sound smart to dumb people.
You do.
Because if the if the person goes on to launch another company that's more successful than Rockefeller and launches another line,
you mean
I'm wearing,
so let me ask you a question.
More successful than
I've launched lines. I launched Rachel Roy, and that was a $100 million company, but you never said a word about that.
That's not true.
So then I don't make another hole. I make another $100 million company. Did I do that or not?
Did you? Yeah.
Okay, so then what are you talking about? I've sold 3 companies. How many you sold?
But you made it seem like after you left that those people went bad.
I didn't say that. I said
No.
those companies went bad.
Exactly.
You're dumb.
Exactly.
I said the companies I started.
Maybe he is though. Or the second thought, because he just reiterated it after he
Push things around, and that's what's dangerous about you, and that's gay.
You ever heard Ronald Reagan say, if you're explaining,
It's
you're
gay.
losing? You ever heard that saying? If you're explaining, you're losing. You explain a lot.
You asked me a question. So you asked me a question, and then when I explained, so I won't, wait a second. Did that make any sense, or did that sound dumb? We're doing an
That
But
just
you're
sound dumb,
always
too.
explaining something.
Because I'm
It's like-
doing
It's like you're
interviews.
always on camera explaining what's going on.
And you're always on camera talking about other people like a girl.
So are you.
No, I'm not.
We're
Okay,
both
let's
girls.
let's
go
unpack
dance.
that.
Come on, Dan.
I think Dame Dash left the company.
What's the next question, Lauren? What's the next question, Lauren?
Yo,
What you mean?
So no. Let me just say something. Let me address what he said.
Okay.
So if somebody says something about me and I go on a camera and I try to call them and they don't talk to me and I say something about them, is that a chatty patty?
If you don't get a chance,
I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. No, you don't know. You guys are effeminate. Y'all
You
don't
can't say who can talk and who can't. This is
I'm
our
asking
show.
her a question. Give her the lie. Why can't I ask her a question? So what are you talking about? I'm asking. Okay,
You're responding to what's being said about you.
right. Is that patty patty?
No.
So that's what I do. Every time someone, now I want you to pull up. One time I talked about someone and their business that wasn't talking about me, and even their business. I never ever talk about any, but these people talk
That's
about.
not true.
Nate, show it.
They'll
Show an interview.
They'll tell you
What
that.
about-
Please, I'm challenging you. Wait, I'm challenging you to
That's
tell.
not true.
See, now it's not true.
What about though when you did all the stuff when Jay-Z was being sued and accused of rape?
Uh-huh.
You did so many interviews about
The
that, and
interviews-
he wasn't anywhere talking about
Let me
it.
finish. The interviews were about his lawyer. I said, I know how their lawyers act because I personally went with Shapiro and we went to war about Shapiro. And then people would ask me questions about other things that weren't complimentary. But I always said, I don't think Jay did it. My question was, why were they putting so much heat on him? If you look at my interviews, I never said he did it. I always said, I know Shapiro because they lied a lot. So I know I don't trust nothing Shapiro says based on my personal experience. See, I'm a real businessman. I won in court against Shapiro. I won, but you would never report that. They tried to sue me and they lost. Remember that? They didn't get a dime. Nothing happened. No one says that. I beat Shapiro. I'm a Titan, B. I go to war on a business level. You guys talk, your logic don't make sense. I think that there's a responsibility for any platform to make sure that things people are saying are true and
I
make
agree.
sure people are learning.
I agree. Yeah, but that's not being promoted. That ain't gonna get you fully monetized. It ain't because it's not what people want to hear. It's because that's not what they want people to hear. You know what I mean? They don't want you to have no real message. I showed y'all what Ray J said, man. He said, yo, I want to tell the truth. You know what I mean? I want to tell the truth, yo, but they're not going to pay me to tell the truth. Basically, that's what he said. They're not going to pay you to be honest. They're not going to pay you, especially a black person. That's why Charleston White's so successful. All he do is spit rhetoric. They're not going to pay you to be real. You know, there's no money in that. The money is in ignorance. I always tell you that. The money is in ignorance. If you push ignorance, so you can get rich on this motherfucker, man. I'm trying to tell you, and they'll finance you. They'll back you fully. But you got to push ignorance. You got to push ignorance. You can't venture off into the truth. Nope. Not on this internet.
So for you to say that you guys are confidently saying things that you don't know are true, you just said that. I don't think that's responsible.
You confidently said I'm gay.
I think you're
So I
gay.
can confidently say
I
you're
said it
broke.
in your face. I don't care if you say I'm broke.
And I think you're broke in your face.
And I think you're broke. I don't care. That doesn't hurt my feelings what another girl thinks. You know, I always say, listen.
Another girl.
A man should. I've never heard of men talking.
Another girl is if you're a girl.
I never saw another man worried
I
about.
don't care what another girl thinks. You said it like you a girl too.
Lauren, next question, Lauren.
No, I was saying something. I don't think it's masculine to be talking about another man's pockets. So y'all talk. You're broke. Real dudes don't say. We don't say that in the street.
You literally said in the early beginning of the interview, I bet you my house is bigger than yours.
Yeah, because I was saying that doesn't matter how much
So
money.
you doing the same thing? You telling us we shouldn't do?
No, let me tell you. No, not next question. Let me answer it. But you guys keep interrupting me. Let me answer it.
That is chatty patty. But again,
That is not. How are they going to tell you? Know how dumb you are? You're telling the person that made it up what it means. That's dumb.
How dumb is my house is bigger than yours?
No,
Like,
I'm telling you what. I'm trying to tell you what my point was.
Okay.
My teeth are realer than yours.
Right. No, I bet they're not. I bet my teeth cost more than. Okay. Listen. So, what I'm saying is, it's not about how much money you have. It's about how you're living.
Goofball.
So this is what I was going to make the point. Let's say when you guys started 15, 20 years ago,
15.
right, you made $10 million. But your lifestyle is still, you still got to go to work every day. You have the same exact work lifestyle as when you were broke. Now, for me, to have to get up at 4 a.m. and never be able to leave because I got to be there for 30 years would be hell for me. That would be me being broke. I get up when I want. I get like I said, how could if all my children and all my family's taken care of, how am I broke? And if you think that way, you're a dumbass. I'm sorry.
That's a
So
fact.
let me just tell you something, please.
Yo,
Because now I'm doing.
Yo, it don't get no realer than that, yo. You hear what he just said? It don't get no realer than that. That's the moral of the story. You know what I mean? They could have ended the interview right here. That is the moral of the story, man.
That would be me being broke. I get up when I want. I get like I said, how could if all my children and all my family's taken care of, how am I broke? And if you think that way, you're a dumbass. I'm sorry. So let me just tell you something, please. Because now I'm doing.
What do you love to do, Dan?
I don't. Why you don't talk to me? I feel like you like trying to game me up. Get out of here.
What do you love to do?
Nah. I want to give. This is what I love to do. I'm gonna tell you. I love to teach people.
Yeah.
So this is what I want to do.
I love waking up every morning to do radio.
Good. I didn't ask. I don't care. So what I'm saying is, I want you to understand the lessons that I've learned from my OG.
Okay.
All right. And Nicolette, when you get a chance, can you show them the trailer the Paid in Full already made that they just breezed over like it's not a big deal? But when 50s announces something, it's but anyway,
I'm sure you.
The reason why I'm gonna tell you, listen, I got you. Yeah, right. I know, but for me to do the trailer, I'd have to shoot it. It's done. It's all. Come here, this.
You did it after you made it.
No, I did a whole. If you guys look at my Instagram, I've been editing for 6 months. Stupid.
I don't believe it.
Because you're dumb. How would you know? You're in this coffin every day, Count Dumbula.
I want to wear your suit in my coffin.
So he with a white woman now.
Jesus Christ.
I think you guys need therapy. Now,
No, I think you, whatever
I have a
therapist
TV
you
show.
go-
I have a TV
whatever
show.
therapist you go
So
to,
I have a
another one.
television network with its own technology. I don't understand how I have things, and y'all say that's okay.
There's no other platform
Here you
that
go.
supports you like this platform. It allows you to come in and
Well, no,
talk like
Art
this
of Dialogue
platform.
No, I'm gonna say
We support
y'all
you
the
live,
only
and we let you
ones
You like
that
your picture?
no.
Look at your picture. You like your picture up there?
Oh, I didn't know you got that.
See what I'm saying?
Why I ain't got no teeth?
You got it.
I'm just playing. Play the trailer. It's already
had teeth.
And I'll show you the first. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do after this? Now listen. How much you want to bet it's edited? How much you want to bet?
What?
That what I didn't just make it up yesterday. That I shot it and edited. I'll show you an episode. You want to see one?
Well, I hit you up about.
You do? I'll show it to you.
I want to see it, but I asked you when 50 announced what he announced.
I didn't
back
want.
in 2021.
Do you understand? Do you understand? I was playing coy. This was y'all caught the trap. So this was my plan. I'm gonna tell you the plan.
I'm listening.
Now
You shouldn't
again,
tell people your plans, Dan.
it's done already. Stupid. Listen. So in The Godfather, I said remember that he played broke, and then he killed the 5 families. So if you notice, I got up there with a patch like Ace. I wanted to look weak. I wore an extra big shirt so I looked fat. You understand what I wanted y'all to bomb on me because I knew all these announcements were coming. Now, anybody else makes an announcement, they're great. But if Dame Dash, it's a little thing. Oh, you're not the chairman. Like, I am. I'm about to buy this shit. You understand what I'm saying? I don't play. I've been trying to buy Revolt for 2 years. I tried to buy BET. I just play a different game. See, the game I play, you don't make money every day. You get licks. It takes 10 years to make a company and sell it. You have to have EBITDA. You sold by a multiple. You understand what I'm saying? So again, what I explained to you was the reason why I owed so much money. It's not because I was broke. It's because I had an accountant named Barry Klarberg that I was paying to do my taxes. He didn't pay it, and he told me after. And then after your money's gone, you can't sue him. And it happens a lot. A white man did that.
A lot of them
You
do that.
understand? So it's
A lot of them do that.
like I said, how you gonna say I'm broke because I owe $20 million and you never seen a nigga in your life pay $20 million? Why do y'all accept such high expectation of me? I'm not broke. So I got $5 million in the bank. I'm broke? No. So anyway, my point is,
I don't think he sounds
you have
better.
to see the lineup. Y'all all caught the bait. So I want you to go home and look at The Godfather 2 and tell me if I didn't just line y'all all up the same way. Think about it. You just took the bait and you feel stupid. That's all that's happening. You went for it. You're a huckleberry.
I think you're lying. I think you're broke, and I think you always trying to explain yourself.
Only girls worry about niggas' pockets anyway. You're a woman. Why do I care what you're a girl with a mustache? Get out of here. You're a boy-headed girl.
You care too much about what other people think. There's nothing about you that
Let me ask you a question. Let me say this. This is logic. If I cared about what people think, you think I pull my teeth out in front of everybody? The pictures y'all see with me, no teeth, I took those pictures. Right or wrong? That's not confidence to you? You're a girl.
I don't think you...
Nah, you silly, man. No, you're teaching the kids wrong, man. That's dumb. Nah, your logic is dumb and it comes from a place. You have... Wait, let me say, if you've been in the room...
Yeah, I think you took your teeth out.
Nah, that was my grill.
You like to run your mouth so much. You're like, I gotta say something right now, even with no teeth.
You think I would care? You think I would care what a girl you thinks?
Yeah, because
you're a girl. Hold on. I'm gonna show you now so you think you can be quiet, so you can see how stupid he is.
What? Okay, why you?
I always have,
Why you pull that up? Can I ask you something now?
Yeah.
So I know you talk about the family office.
Right.
There's 650K in child support of domestic. That's listed in the bankruptcy. That's child support, right?
Yeah.
How did you get there with having that amount unpaid? I know you care about family. Like, what's the background on that? Because they make it seem like
I pay a lot of child support. That's like 2 months that I owe. You know what I'm saying? That's another. Wait, I'm broke, right? But I've been paying $250,000 a year in child support for the last 25 years. $250 a year. So what happens is, and I'll explain that too, because again, I'm going to sue some people. You know, like. Trust me. But I don't see how y'all, because if I tell you all my kids went to college for free, they all live in houses, and I pay a $250 a year in child support. So my kid's salary is probably as much as yours. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm broke? Yeah, I'm broke because I give it all to my family. Don't you understand that? I don't want any money. You're selfish if you think that having money in your family is being rich. Rich people have family offices. You don't put things in your name. You have a family office. You're going to go and ask a lawyer if I'm wrong, and one day you'll come. The same way the last time I came and barked on y'all changed your whole life.
No, we did.
You did. I changed your whole life. You put me on the wall. Look, that changed his life.
The internet got you.
How do you know? Y'all don't come outside. There's no windows in here. This shit is crazy. Look at the dark. I'm going to show you.
Curtain, we can
A
lift it.
curtain? Y'all in the behind the stage. A curtain? Y'all in the coffin. I would never. This is uninspiring. It's just dirty and all that shit. You're a girl. You clean this shit up. Look at your sneakers.
Your sneakers are dirty.
My sneakers are
Your
not.
sneakers filthy.
That
That ain't like you, Dane.
I just
Try look. They brand new. Try to push it. Now, if he didn't show people these tennis shoes, most people would have thought Dane was walking around with busted up sneakers. Yeah, man. Try to push a false
I
narrative.
just put this on today.
I'm just fucking with you.
You
care too much about money and material things,
What are
man.
you talking about?
You do.
You're contradicting
Your
yourself.
whole existence is money and material things. That's why now that you
Your
don't
whole
have
existence
it,
is
you're trying
gay.
to prove to everybody that you do.
Your whole existence is gay.
Yours is
It sounds like you've been paid to do what you're doing. You should be objective on the radio.
Yeah, they would, Vital, when the narrative is he broke. Charmaine just tried to reinforce the narrative. Man, look at your sneakers. They ain't even clean. The narrative is Dame Dash is broke. So would it be beyond comprehension to think that his shoes is, he ain't come out fresh? That's what broke looks like.
Be in debt.
Yeah, but it's a lot of truth in the joke, yo, and you can't joke every situation, yo. Everybody ain't got time to be joking everything. You know what I mean? Like, yo, people think Charleston White tells the truth. Even though he say he full of shit. He say he don't have a message. His only message is demonetized. And people still think that he's telling the truth. People still think he got a message. People still think, oh man, I'm saying no, but he say some real shit sometimes. People still think that shit. I think he's a bozo. I think he's a clown. I don't think he ever said anything real. Because I don't believe you can play both sides. You know, once in my world, once I see flaw, you flaw forever. You understand what I'm saying? Once I see that you willing to push the line into ignorance and fuckery, then yo, you can never come back and be real. Because at that point, you playing both sides, y'all, and we can't afford to keep allowing people to play both sides. At this point in life, at this point in society, especially when it comes down to black people, it's either you with us or you against us, or you in the way. There's really no in between. There's no in between. We keep letting people. That's just the same conversation I was talking about with the Democrats and the Republicans and the far right and the far left. As long as you allow people to play the middle, yo, you allow them to play both sides. You can play both sides from the middle. You can't play both sides if you're on the left or on the right. You gotta pick a side. But if you're in the middle, you can play both. So while these two people bickering and arguing and complaining, you over this bitch manipulating both. That's the game, man. Hit the like button.
Anyway,
support the platform. That's the cash.
You should start a new label called Debt Jam. That's what you should do.
Now the fake laugh. Nobody's checking for that. Only guys. Look, nobody's laughing. Now you got the shit face. He's trying to make himself laugh. Look, now you look stupid. Look at him. You gonna cry. Look at him. I think you gonna cry. The fake laugh. Now you gotta stop. You gonna keep laughing at nothing. Yo, why you squinting? You look stupid. You squinting Tarantino right now. I'm hurt. Anyway, I'm just laughing because you have this shit face. Yeah, you say something. Nothing hurt.
Go ahead, Jess.
I'm
sorry.
Why does Claudia Jordan owe you? Like,
She doesn't owe me. What she did was, I'll say allegedly so I don't get sued. I shot the movie. I have a bunch of footage of her in the movie. Her saying I'm the best director. She came to my house 100 times to edit all this stuff. And when we did the lawsuit, she testified that I didn't direct it. But what happened was Chris Brown also represented this other girl named E.W. Brooks in another case. That one they won. And then right after that, Claudia was in her movie. So it's like she, it doesn't.
Gotcha.
So, and she was saying that, because the thing was, because you know Claudia Jordan, right? She talks sexual and all. I don't want to. And the movie was.
That's the thing, those sweet lullabies. You're right. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion. But that don't mean your opinions and your ideologies ain't dangerous. That don't mean that you're not creating tension, racial tension, or you're not pushing stereotypes. Your opinion can still be scrutinized. You understand what I'm saying? And we talking about somebody like Charleston White. Charleston White has a voice. And a lot of things that he say just isn't accurate. Intentionally, though. You know what I mean? Like when you're intentionally misleading thousands, if not millions, you a problem, man. You know what I mean? And I don't respect you.
About a wife that was fucking everybody. And I didn't want to have to direct and talk to her a certain way. And the first scene, I was boning. Right? I can show you the scene. It's graphic, right? But it's a
all right, y'all. They threatened to give me a copyright, so we can't watch this no more. Oh, I ain't even see that bitch at the bottom of the screen. Your stream. Hold on. We're going to fight that motherfucker. Hold up. Yeah, we're gonna fight that. Yeah, that's what they do, y'all. Breakfast Club copyrights. You know, and you know, anybody, most people that participate in copyrights, they just want to be able to put. They don't want you to be able to refute nothing that they do. You know, they want to be able to lie, push false narratives, and they want it to go unchallenged. You know what I mean? That's bullshit. But I'm gonna fight this. I'm gonna fight this copyright because it's a reaction video. You should be able to react to anything. You should be able to react to anything. They copyrighted the video. They copyrighted the video. What the fuck they do? That's what the fuck they do. It is what it is. It is what it is. So will it cut out on y'all end? Because they ain't cut out on my end. I just got a message that said it was copyrighted. Oh, you had to refresh. Now look at this fuck boy over here lying. Listen to this double talker. I hope YNW Melly get life. That's what they were saying?
Embrace the journey. Where each...
You say you sent me a screenshot? Hold on, I'm gonna look at it.
The trials, YNW Bortland, he just took the plea for 10 years.
Good.
6 years probation.
Cause they offered him 5 life sentences.
Yeah.
He been in there 5 years.
He's been in there 4.5.
And they know they done it. Homie, you know
But it's not a lot of evidence. If it was evidence, they wouldn't have gave him that deal. Where does this put? What is Melly thinking right
If there's not enough evidence, how you been locked up 5, 6 years and we ain't never seen nobody be locked up this long on a charge?
You see what I'm saying? Rhetoric. Yo, Charleston White speaks on a lot of things that he's not qualified to speak on. This nigga like a fucking rapper. I would have thought this was Lil Baby, y'all. If I couldn't spot a fuck boy when I seen one, I'd have thought this was Lil Baby, y'all. Got the chains on, diving air rays, but listen to what I'm saying. Yo, the system does that often. Yo, they will hold you, right? Yo, they will hold you if they don't have a case for as long as possible. But since Charles White is stupid, or I don't even think he's stupid, since he's not really involved in, you know, being honest and being truthful, it's just rhetoric and nonsense. He'll get on this platform and 300, 400,000 people watch this motherfucker. And some people think that he knows what he's talking about. Yo, but that's not, he doesn't know anything. Yes, he doesn't know anything. Yo, I've seen situations where the state hasn't had a case and they will hold you. They will use all their postponements. Before you know, you be in that bitch for 3 years just for them to say, man, look, we want to non-prosecute. Yeah, man, we want to non-prosecute the case. But you've been sitting there for 3 years because how they look at it is at least we got some time. You know, if Melly beat this case, they're still going to be satisfied with knowing shit. We got down there 9, 10 years out that boy. But Charles White doesn't know anything. So instead of him saying what I just said, he says this.
If there's no evidence, why you think these people fighting so hard to keep you in there if there's no evidence? Who believes there's no evidence?
That's what they do.
They know he did it, but they can't really. It's a
so
lot.
Okay. So if I know you, this child, do I let you go or do I find ways to keep you because we know you as a serial?
Still trying to find ways because they don't have evidence.
No.
That's why they're trying to prolong it.
Listen, we have evidence.
So let's go to trial.
We went to trial, and what happened?
Hung jury.
Okay, do you know how hard it is? Because we're pursuing a death penalty, and this is very expensive, and this is a person's life, so we got to be real fine with this. We don't want to mess up, so we got to take our time. If you think they didn't have no evidence, do you think, nigga, even the judge would be saying, man, listen, you think they hate us that much? What are they getting out of this? And they have to pay to keep him locked up.
Homie, listen.
Exactly. You know how
They
they
know
play.
somebody gonna break.
They play.
And who broke?
They play a dirty game, and then he just sit here and lied about Portland's situation. Yo, the verdict is still out on Portland until Portland have that proffer agreement. So to sit there and say his plea deal as it stands right now, he didn't snitch on anybody. He didn't plead guilt. He pled no contest. It's not a admission of guilt.
Or
the driver
is taking the plea snitching.
Yep.
Yeah.
From a plea deal for 13 years.
Please, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. If I'm saying I didn't do it, we didn't do it. You take a plea, you saying we did it. Even though you're saying no contest. You snitching.
That's
Even
not
if he
true,
doesn't have
y'all.
to say, he doesn't have to tell.
That's not true. And this is what pisses me off with these people, y'all. Yo, stop interviewing these people, and if they're not qualified, stop interviewing these people, asking them certain questions that they're not qualified to answer. He doesn't know what he's talking about, y'all. He's wrong. Look how many people witnessed this wrong and watched this wrong. 115,000 people. 115,000 people, y'all. And he's wrong. Yo, it's okay to say, yo, I don't know. Like I wish we just had more people to do that. I ain't really, that ain't really my strong suit. Ask me another question that I'm more adverse in. Charles White doesn't know shit about jail. He never been to prison. He doesn't know shit about the black community. He's not from there. He didn't grow up there. He just be talking, man. And he doesn't sit down with anybody that's going to challenge him. Not like I would challenge him or some other people would challenge him. Now they're going to come with follow-up questions to make it seem like they're giving some pushback. But at the end of the day, they still allows him to push this nonsense.
Testify, make a statement, that's still snitching.
All the other people before him have pleaded out to this. So how can this go back to the Thug and Gunner situation? Thug took the plea with Yak and still on trial.
And you're saying the jury in Melly's case, that's going to...
Thug pleaded no contest too. Thug took a plea, unnegotiated plea with the judge, not with the state. Thug plea was not to testify against anybody. In Gunner plea, it was said that he could be called to testify. He signed it. It's another lie. Another mischaracterization of the facts that 115,000 people watched.
Be on their mind that Portland took the plea.
Yeah.
They can use that against him.
Yeah. Oh, this is what I told my brother. They didn't have no murder weapon, no evidence.
Okay, if there's one AI site builder you need to meet, this is dope tech from...
Now, yeah, I told y'all, I think Charles White's mother failed at raising her boys. She got 2 boys that was arrested for murder. I think she failed just like he say Mama Duck failed. Just like he say Lil Snoop mother failed. Just like he talks about King Von mother failing as a parent. I think his mother failed as a parent too.
My brother friend, a nigga named Chris, saying I let him use my truck that night. Brother, now they have no other than that, no evidence.
No, that's an alpha plea, y'all. That's not a non-contest plea.
Ain't got none. Did you really kill him? Yeah. They don't need no evidence. Y'all talk this karma talk. Y'all talk this karma talk till it's time to apply it to somebody you love or like. You really killed somebody. Even though there's no evidence, are they wrong for holding you this long? And they know you
no
did
contest
this?
plea in Florida.
Even though they can't.
Is a criminal defendant's agreement to accept a penalty for a charge without explicitly admitting guilt. This plea avoids admitting guilt in a criminal case, preventing the plea from being used as an admission of guilt in a potential future civil lawsuit arising from the same incident. That's what a non-contest plea is. That's an alpha plea. I took an alpha plea in the case that I had.
Prove it? Well, how do we know you did it if we can't prove it? You guys are so criminal-minded and caught up into this street culture where black people aren't even smart anymore. They think everybody...
There you go. There you go, calling it street culture. The guy that killed Charlie Kirk ain't snitching. Is he a street dude? From everything we know, the guy that killed Charlie Kirk was a college-educated student. Never was involved in street activity. So why is he upholding these street rules? It's not street rules, man. They blocked your comment. Which one?
Black people think they're smarter than evidence. And people who went to school for years to investigate crime and criminologists and black people really think they smart because they got street rules. I can't wait till we go back to slavery.
Look at this nigga. Jesus Christ, y'all. Yo, where did they find these? Like, yo, what the fuck, yo? Hey, I'm about sick of this nigga. Yeah, I think his views are fake, for one. I refuse to believe. Harry is red from the jump. I refuse to believe, yo, that this nonsense and rhetoric and bullshit that he put out, that it's still millions of people that subscribe to his ideology and want to listen to what he says. I think his views are fake. They did manipulate the numbers. You know, that's the way to keep people tuned in. You know, if I create a perception that this guy is lit and he's doing millions of views, then people are going to continue to watch. You know, but I think a lot of them views are fake. I don't know. Because Sean say real shit sometimes. You know what I mean? Yeah, he say anything, Trap. Because he say real shit sometimes. That's all. You know what I mean? He say real shit sometimes, so he believable. I don't fuck with people that say real shit sometimes. It's either you real or you fake. Like, they ain't really no in between.
You always say that.
I swear, man, I can't wait, my nigga. I can't wait till another police shooting happens. I can't wait till the cops storm into a house and kill another black woman unarmed for nothing.
Wow.
It makes me feel good to remind niggas.
Yo, how can you, yo, oh my God, I'm done. I don't even know if you can watch no more of this shit. We ain't never, this video was 12 minutes, yo, but this shit might take an hour to comb through. Yo, I would have ended the interview. Interview over. You feel me? Interview over. Yo, let's pack our stuff. Let's get the fuck away from this nigga, because he's talking stupid. This interview would have never seen the light of day. Yeah, that was crazy. Yo, this interview would have never came out. Yo, why do you broadcast this on your platform, Sean? Do you know your content that you put out is a direct representation of your character, my nigga? Do people not know that? You know, because they try to make a separation. Yo, but we don't separate the two over here. Over here, the content that you put out is a direct representation of who you are as a person. You allowed this man to get on your platform and say he can't wait till another innocent, unarmed black woman get murdered. And you posted it. Niggas is crazy. Now, do he really believes this? No. Yeah, so that lets you know what you're dealing with. I don't want the views that bad to push nonsense. I don't want the views that bad to push anything opposite of what I believe. It ain't that serious.
How stupid they are. Because they only care when it's this nigga.
Do you know what apple cider vinegar does to your liver?
Then he always separates
this
himself.
one organ can make a woman's...
1 minute it's us, next minute is they. 1 minute is we, next minute is they. How do you separate yourself from the people, but you supposed to be this pro-black dude? Get the fuck out of here, man. This guy's a bozo.
They only care about somebody like him who can kill people that they like. They don't care about Carmelo Anthony. They even stop rallying for him, homie. They ain't missing his kid no more. They ain't missing the family no more. But here it is, wind up, they think, man, he should be let go. Free Dirk, free Queso. These are killers. But I'm wrong for saying Gilly, son. Yeah. Now, I hope they get his kid life. I hope he never gets out of prison. Yeah. He killed his friends. Yeah, I hope he never. Yeah, homie. Black people are pitiful and pathetic.
Word on the street was that these two friends threatened his mom.
Yeah.
Over, I think, money or whatever. That's somebody threatened your mom with a gun.
Exactly.
Your friends.
700 T-Mac.
You said word on the street.
I mean, that's pretty much what happened.
It's not what happened. That's what he and his friends said happened.
How the fuck you know what happened, Charleston? Yo, the street knows. Most times, if it's word on the street, then more than likely that's what the fuck happened. The streets knows before any motherfucking place. They know before the police. That man told him word, but since he want to keep pushing his nonsense and keep pushing his rhetoric, he always gotta have a rebuttal. The streets knows, man. The streets say this is what happened, you're more than likely that's what the fuck happened. Yeah, because he don't care. Yeah, because we gonna keep it real over here, man.
To justify killing them people. Nobody else is saying that but them, right?
No, the streets are saying
his fans and his friends. Who goes with the word on the street?
I mean, that's just the allegations. That's the, like, if that was to be true though, that's not a
word on the street. Is Big Meat snitched.
Big Meat did snitch.
Word on the street is Thug didn't snitch. He just gave the police his phone number because he was trying to holler at them. So y'all going with the word of the streets when it comes to taking life.
That's who gonna know. Who else would know?
I ain't killing nobody based on
who else would know, man? Like, he's just talking nonsense. Who the fuck is she? Yo, do anybody got her Instagram? Right here in our inbox. What the fuck this girl name is, man? This nigga's a fucking clown, man.
Word on the street. Yeah, no. That's why black people have to go back and change. They'll kill anybody.
What I'm saying, his mom went to YNW Melly and told him what they did to her, allegedly.
They did something to her or they just threatened her?
They threatened her.
So why he don't stand up and say, yeah, I killed them bitches with my mama?
Why would he do that?
While the mama and them playing like her son is being mistreated because they got him in a 24-hour lockdown and he can't talk to nobody and he can't make phone calls and he having mental health. Why they playing the victim then?
Yo, because he didn't deserve that. What's up, Jill? Yo, they put Melly on a 23-1 for a ticket that he beat. He beat the ticket. I think they said he had a gun, not a gun. I think they said he had a knife in the cell. I forgot exactly what it was. We covered it before. But the man beat the ticket and been on lockup ever since. Yo, that is unconstitutional. Yo, you still got rights when you in jail. He's not in prison. His rights has not been taken from him completely. He still have rights. So yeah, they is wrong and they should feel some type of way about that. And why the fuck, even if the circumstances of what happened is true, you supposed to then say, yeah, fuck it, I did that shit. How? And I'm still trying to beat it. Fuck you, mean? So just because I felt like I was justified, or I think that I was justified on the situation, I should just automatically just turn myself in and say, man, look, sentence me to life. Yeah, this dude did this to my mother. I want life in prison. You know what I mean? I'm not taking nothing but life. If you come back with any kind of sentence other than life, I'm going to reject it. You know what I mean? I don't want I need life for what I did, because they disrespected me. Like, that's it. The ideology is just stupid. It's stupid. Yeah, that's why Charles White avoids me. Charles White, I've been chasing Charles White around the internet for 3 years. Every time he respond to my comments, he act like he don't know who I am. God damn, Jill. Jill, don't start that shit today, Jill.
And he done something.
He is taking accountability. He ain't snitch. He ain't implicate his friends like Charleston White did. Taking accountability in a criminal case is when you go in that bitch and you don't say nothing. Charles White participated in a crime and told on his friends, got one of them 99 years, another one 75 years. He is the epitome of accountability ducking. He pushes rhetoric, nonsense, then come back and say, I told you I was playing a character. I told you I was playing a character. No, bitch. You're just a clown. You're not playing a character. You're just a clown, man. And you're a rat. And that's all you're ever going to be. It don't matter how much money you get, how far you go in life. As long as you on this path, this is who you is. Come on, Jay. Don't start that. Yeah.
Honorable. He killed for his mother. That's honorable. Why he hiding in shame, trying to play innocent?
Embrace the journey.
You already know, dude, that character shit don't fly over here. He is who he is. What he does in his personal life, and what he has shown us about what he did to his friends is a direct representation of what he's doing online. Like, there's no separation. You participate in a crime, you snitched on your friends, man. There's no different than what you're doing online now by pushing rhetoric and nonsense and just being openly disrespectful just cause you can. That's a lack of integrity, man. That's why I blame his mother. That's why I think it was bad parenting, because he supposed to establish these rules coming up. He supposed to establish these codes and these ethics, in the household. This shit is taught in the household first. Mind your business, take accountability for your actions. You do the crime, do the time. You don't tell on your friends. This is something that you should know. And it's not about the streets. It's about accountability. Yeah. Take accountability for your actions, man. If I participate in the murder, I ain't ready to tell on this man because he participated too. So I can get a deal. No, fuck no. We see we gonna beat this bitch and we going down together, man. Because both of we all was wrong. You ain't more wrong than me. Why the fuck should I get a deal? Why the fuck should I be able to slide from up under this situation that we both was wrong? You know what I mean? So I'm going to cooperate against you so I can come home and you go to prison? No, I take my chances with just fighting it. And if we lose, we lose. You know what I mean? Maybe we shouldn't have did it. I think that's the epitome of accountability. That's not what accountability is.
I don't understand this shit, man. I don't understand this shit. If I kill for my mama,
what's
white for, as y'all say. Why he playing like he was innocent?
I think so too, Noise.
I thought you crashed out for mama. Why he trying to play like a friend, nigga? You see what I'm saying?
We gotta see what he is at the profit.
So mama lying.
So you would have took the deal. You would have took the plea deal off real.
Yeah, why are you saying that? What black man did you, Jay? It's not good that Jay be trolling. It's not good to just put that on all black men. What black man have you ran across in your life that's not accountable? I think black men and black people in general are the most accountable because we ain't got no choice. We ain't got no choice but to be accountable because blaming other people changes nothing. Blaming other people changes nothing. So even with situations where it's not our fault, we still gotta be accountable. Black men still got this label of not taking care of their kids. We gotta wear that, and it wasn't black men's fault. It wasn't black men's fault that the welfare system kicked in, and told black women you either pick the man or the system. It wasn't our fault. But guess what? It doesn't even matter. Because the narrative was placed on black men that they don't take care of their kids, and we got to figure out a way to change it. It don't matter how it started. No, it was a narrative. It was a narrative because it was incomplete. Yeah, why did black man, what's up, Q? Why did black men, why in the 80s and 90s, why was that an issue? Why was the issue of fatherless homes, fatherless children, a problem in the black community in the 80s and 90s? Because it's not as prevalent now. You know, in 2025, that I would say that's not even true no more. But why was it ever true? No, you tell me why. You the one saying it. You tell me why was it true? How did it happen? How did it happen? Because we didn't just wake up one day. Yeah, we didn't just wake up one day and decide, you know what? Man, fuck them kids. I mean, fuck them kids, man. I ain't fuck with them kids. I don't think that's what happened. Right? I'm pretty sure that's not what happened. You know, because it wasn't a problem. It wasn't a problem in the 60s. It ain't start becoming a problem to the 70s. Yo, the 70s is when the problem started in the black community. It started in the 70s. Come on, Jay. We ain't doing that. Why did it? It started in the 70s. You know what happened in the 70s? The 70s was after they killed all of the speakers, the Malcolm X's and the Martin Luther Kings, and you know what I'm saying? The 70s was the height of crime in the black community. 70s, the 80s, and the 90s. So when you got welfare that's taking off in the 60s, we just watching a video on welfare. Let's go back to that video. We ain't never finished watching it. Black and white video from 1967. Because Charles White talking nonsense. Like he always does. That's all he does is talk nonsense. We ain't watching this whole video. We probably watched it till 11.
Life on welfare means waiting in line for food stamps. As for...
Let's go back.
That's the only way you're going to get anything from the welfare. And to this day, I have never gotten anything from the welfare for myself.
Breakfast in the home of Carol King, a Cleveland welfare mother with 9 children. On the days before the welfare check arrives, there is half an orange for each child. Mrs. King has become involved in the welfare rights movement because she feels she doesn't get enough money to raise her family. She gets less than believes that welfare is part of that system, damaging to black and white alike.
Will not get right until this evil system is removed, because as I have listened and as I've looked and as I've lived in the ghetto, I've seen what this evil system has done to my brothers and my sisters. I've seen how it has left little children with clouds of inferiority formed in their little mental sky. I've seen how this evil system has transformed nice, decent young women into prostitutes.
Yes, what they did was do drop is what they always do. They make the minority the majority. No, women didn't do that. The system did that, Reese. The system, they want to talk about it in this video. The system, I remember this. Yo, my mother, I grew up on welfare, man. I remember them doing home visits and couldn't no man be in the house. I remember this. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is real. Yo, what happened was when you got, and this is early on. This is 1967. That shit got progressively worse as you goes into the 80s and the 90s. You understand? So when you got the crack epidemic, you know, we got to start. The crack epidemic was probably the most disastrous thing that ever happened to the black community outside of slavery. Now, I don't even go back to slavery times. You know, I start with, you know, more recent memories, more recent times. But when you got the crack epidemic, which turned a lot of black men and a lot of black people into crackheads. You know, crackheads steal, they do all type of shit. Rose the crime rate up. So when you rise the crime rate up, you start arresting people. You come back with stiffer laws on crack. You know, you come back with 3 strikes, you know. So this wasn't retroactive. You understand? Which means that, and if you committed 2 crimes that you got arrested for in the 80s, now in 1994 and after, if you catch one more, you are now qualified to be 3 striked. You know what I mean? You are now a subsequent offender. You can now face the maximum punishment on anything. You know, people was getting life for stealing a bag of chips. Did you know that? Yo, there's stories of people getting life in prison for stealing a bag of chips. So let me get back on topic. So when you got this welfare system, so you got the men strung out on drugs, or they in and out of prison, and they in and out of prison. So you got single mothers raising children. Then you come through with this welfare system that tells these mothers that, look, you got a choice to make. If you want us to keep providing for you, he can't be around. Mind you, he might not be around anyway because he in jail. So it's an easy decision to make, man. It's an easy decision. It was created. It's an easy decision to make. Hey, Shawnee J be trolling, man. She does, you know how she is when she come over.
This system has transformed nice, decent young men into dope addicts trying to escape the ugliness of their daily life.
Me too. There is no such thing as emergency order on a weekend. So in other words, my children went without food from the shelter. And then I had to go through the welfare, fill out all these papers. I have never gotten anything from the welfare for myself.
Breakfast in the home of Carol King, a Cleveland welfare mother with 9 children. On the days before the welfare check arrives, there is half an orange for each child. Mrs. King has become involved in the welfare rights movement because she feels she doesn't get enough money to raise her family. She gets less than 80 cents a day for each of her children. The Ohio legislature approves only 3/4 of the amount that the state welfare department felt was a minimum necessity in 1959. The rise of ADC recipients in the last 6 years has been particularly dramatic among Negro families in the northern ghettos. Giving aid only when a husband is absent pushes the man out of the house. His presence is an economic hardship.
You hear that? EJ, you heard that? EJ, you still here? You ain't missed what they just said, right? Giving aid only when the husband is out of the house. Let's go back, just in case you missed it.
Giving aid only when the husband is absent pushes the man out of the house. His presence is an economic hardship, and a whole class of women and children are growing up in the northern ghettos knowing neither husband nor father, only dependence on welfare. Life on welfare means waiting in line for food stamps, as for everything else.
His presence is an economic hardship. Let's go back again, because Jay missed it, y'all.
His presence is an economic hardship, and a whole class.
What's the matter?
The rise of ADC recipients in the last 6 years has been particularly dramatic among Negro families in the northern ghettos. Giving aid only when a husband is absent pushes the man out of the house. His presence is an economic hardship, and a whole class of women and children are growing up in the northern ghettos knowing neither husband nor father, only dependence on welfare. Life on welfare means waiting in line for food stamps, as for everything else. After getting her welfare check each month, Mrs. King's first stop.
This is the narrative. We talking about how this narrative became a thing. This is how the narrative became a thing. That's what we talking about, Jay. Don't get lost now. Come on now. Keep up. Keep up.
The Food Stamp Center in the heart of Huff, Cleveland's Negro ghetto. She pays $110 for $158 worth of food stamps, which must be spent only on food. The idea is that the state guides the
No. We was talking about the narrative. You said black men duck accountability. I said one of the biggest lies was told that black men doesn't take care of their kids and black men left their children. That's how we got here. And I'm showing you the lie and how it was told. That's what I'm showing you. How it even became a narrative. I said one of the biggest lies. I said, yo, black people take accountability when it's not even necessarily our fault. I said it wasn't even necessarily our fault. And now I'm showing you that the narrative that black men walked out on their kids wasn't real. It was propaganda. It was a false narrative. And I'm showing you how they created it. That's what we're watching right now. Hell yeah, Jid, you done seen my kids. I'm sure you have. You done been on. You know I've with my kids 24/7. And I say also that it's not true anymore. But this narrative is still being pushed. This narrative in 2025 is still being pushed. And it's not true.
Ending of welfare mothers. And the women resent the implicit moral judgment that they don't have the capacity to care properly for their children.
Look. It's another thing. That's why we creating a narrative on white parents. Do y'all? This goes. We should have watched this earlier. That's why we saying white radicalism is a product of bad parenting. I mean, that's the narrative we creating, because this is the narrative that was placed on us. Listen to what he just said.
Only on food. The idea is that the state guides the spending of welfare mothers, and the women resent the implicit moral judgment that they don't have the capacity to care properly for their children.
My mother worked 3 jobs at one point.
We are bitter because we are faced with trying to raise children without money. People on welfare, if they had money enough to at least exist on, I'm not saying, because I don't have a college diploma, that I should have, $300 a week, but I'm saying that people on welfare have a right to a decent living in a rich country like America. And, like we can always, send charity overseas, and it's, for years, we've been in poverty as a country. And that I'm concerned with, a country that, gets concerned with hunger in India, but's not concerned with hunger in the United States. You know, they talk about planning for a future. You have to first have something to plan with. You don't plan a meal, you know, unless you got, you know, something to eat. And you don't plan a future unless you have something to plan with. And this is what, you know, society's going to have to face. They're talking about future America. And, you know, our kids are part of that future society. And, you know, and to deprive them from the time that they're, you know, babies, now they say, you know, work with 16-year-olds. That's crazy. You know, a 16-year-old, you know, it's too late.
Growing up without enough money is hard enough. But there are other cold realities about growing up on ADC. Welfare kids usually live in neighborhoods like Cleveland's Huff. They can see the results of violence, even murder, around their own homes. And they must learn to live with it.
Hate to see these second generations of welfare coming up. And one of the things I think is more crucial to is the youth that's in the ghetto. Because most of the youth that's coming up, you know, they're ashamed to tell their buddies, you know, who say, well, yeah, we on welfare, you know, we getting ADC or food stamps and things like this here.
Everybody in my whole neighborhood was on relief. We used to run around and kid about it. Because everybody in my neighborhood was on relief, but I was ashamed to go out my neighborhood and tell somebody I was on ADC. Yeah, ashamed of it.
If a child does not have adequate clothing, they don't want to go. If they can't participate and go to the football games and to the movies, they don't want to go to school. So it starts when a child is small. They recognize the fact that they don't have the things that other children have. Children realize when they're different. They know, I don't care how small you are, you know when you're different. And not only that, when you go to the public schools, many times the teachers make you know that you're different.
Welfare children don't have, I was not able to buy, you know, white shirts for ties and things. If a mother go out like I do, I buy my child these knit sweaters and bandana sweaters and things like that. And he wear them with his pants. But Friday, he got to wear a shirt and a tie. And I just don't have it. They have sent my child home twice, you know, last year for not being dressed in a tie. And I mean, it made me real mad. And I called the person and told him, you know, I said, look, my child ain't got no shirt and ties. Now, if you want to have one, you buy him one.
Even in school, constant and subtle discriminations are made between welfare children and other youngsters. To qualify for most free services, such as milk, a pupil must be on welfare, and thus declares himself a welfare child.
The teacher would tell everybody, the kids, about him being on welfare, and he didn't want to know he was on welfare. That lunch card they give him, it's on a special lunch that he get for welfare children, and it's not enough. They don't get no kind of dessert with it or ice cream, and I always have to give him more money to go with it.
They ain't gonna give but a handful of crumbs to a mother. What do you think the young teenager gonna do? You know, why do you think that's down here on Huff? You know, because when it gets dark, they have to go out here and survive.
Well, guess what, Jay? We ready to go to Wisconsin to turn it up a notch. Straight up. Hey, Jay, since you want to bring about Wisconsin, we coming in. Me and all my Baltimore niggas, they read. Hey, I'm ready to come pick you up. We go to Wisconsin. We ready to paint the town red. We coming out that bitch with everything. Fentanyl. Yeah, man, we coming out that bitch with Fetty Wap. We coming out that bitch with big straps for sale. Hey, Jay, we coming out there. We ready to turn it up a notch. You think you over that bitch living sweet? I don't know. We gotta Milwaukee is out the chain. Yep, my man Hartmo coming too. You think it's a game? You think you gonna be exempt? No, we ready to show you some trenches. You think you grew up nice? No, we ain't doing that. Ain't nobody growing up nice over here, man. Ain't nobody out this bitch going through life without struggle. We coming out there. We ready. Only need about 7 of us. Yeah, man, we get 7 of us. We gonna cut that bitch. We gonna turn it up a notch. I know there's some fiends out there. Yeah, we gonna turn that shit upside down. When we leave motherfucking what part of Wisconsin it is? Hold up. What the fuck part that is? When we leave Memorial, what the fuck that shit is? Menominee Falls? That shit gonna be like Baltimore City. We gonna we gonna turn that bitch. We gonna turn that bitch to Baltimore City, man. Straight up. Keep on this bitch talking about you grew up nice. We ain't doing that, man. Hey, yo, but I don't even know how they gonna do this live, yo. I don't know if that I don't know if this the whole thing about Dame Dash even gonna be included in the live for real, since they copyrighted me. But I'm gonna fight that copyright. You know, they always do that. iHeartRadio be on some bullshit. I'm gonna fight that motherfucker though. I normally just delete it, but I think I'm in a fighting mood today, man. I don't think I'm just gonna delete it. I think we're gonna have to figure this shit out in court. You know, YouTube court. But yeah, make sure y'all hit that like button. Yeah, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure you support the platform. Okay, hey Jay, have you ever hit the Cash App? Yo, hold on, let me check. Cause I don't think Jay ever hit the Cash App. Jay be doing all this goddamn trolling, and you ain't hit the Cash App yet. Yeah, we got something for you, Jay. Straight up. Wait till we go to Wisconsin. We gonna turn that shit up a notch. Last but not least, hit the Cash App, man. We gonna turn that shit up a notch. Hey, Edward, you coming? We coming out that bitch. Fuck that. Shit been all fucked up in our life. You over that bitch living nice. Yeah, they trying to do dang dirty. We coming out there, Jay. And we gonna ask, and we gonna be like, man, y'all know Jay Jolie? Yeah, she told us come out here. We coming out there. We coming out there off your word. You heard me? So if anything, when it all falls down, the whole time we'll be looking for Jay. Man, who the fuck is Jay Jolie? She done brought these hoodlums out here. Like you done brought these motherfucking hoodlums out here and left. Yep, that's what we gonna do, Jay. It's gonna be your fault when we leave. You gonna have to face the cause. You say we don't take accountability, so you're gonna have to take accountability for all the disaster, all the motherfucking disaster that all the carnage that we leave. It's gonna be all because they gonna all blame you for it. Yeah, the fuck that is. Since you wanna be over here talk about black men, and we gonna get some accountability today. Hey Dave, are you coming? Hey Dave, we going to Monoville, Wisconsin. Yeah, we turn it up a notch, and we gonna tell the jail told us come out here some money out this bitch. Yeah, right? Jail told us we can make $1 million out here. That's how we rock it, Dave. Hey yo. But yo, I'm God on y'all. Appreciate everybody. Make sure y'all share the live. How you say it? Monimo. How the fuck do you say that, Jia? The hell? Yeah, we ready to tear Wisconsin down. We're gonna make Wisconsin look like Milwaukee. Yeah, man, we gonna turn that part of Wisconsin to Milwaukee. Straight up, you know, Milwaukee crime and out of control. Me, I don't know how you say that. I can't pronounce that shit. It's too many goddamn M's and O's and N's and E's together. So Jay, you ain't black now. Here she go. Hey Jay, don't do that, man. I think most black people got Native American and me no money. That's how you say it, me no money. Man, Charles White can't go to Breakfast Club. Oh, all right. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, hey, good vibes. Yo, don't go to no more Charleston White concerts either, man. Yo, we was very disappointed in you, good vibes, when we found out that you went to the Charleston White concert. I mean, comedy show. Yeah, I agree. That's all right, Jay. I'm gonna be your next door neighbor, son. You gonna be mad as a bitch. Like, what the fuck is he doing out here? I'm like, Jay. Jay, what it is? We out here. Fucking what the fuck it is? Fuck we getting into? Yeah, man. Hey, where the party at? Yeah, we coming out that bitch full blast. You heard me? Fuck the party at, Jay. Yeah, man, I need you to show me the town, man. Fuck the money out of this bitch. Any crack houses? Yeah, man. Yeah, y'all got any active crack houses going on? I mean, I got a motherfucking pocket full of stones. I got like motherfucking like Pepsi and Bun B. About to be with a pocket full of stones, yeah. What's up? Let's get some money, baby. Straight up. Oh Lord. Yo, y'all funny, man. Yo, but make sure y'all share the live, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. It's another day of keeping you news and about.